Alrighty.
Hello, hello.
Gentlemen, we find ourselves in quite the situation here, and I think both the British and the French are not looking to see this continue at this point. So we called you here today to discuss steps that can be taken for this war to end promptly, and without too much loss of prestige or territory on any side here. And again, just drag this off your screen. Keep going.
My ambassador reached out to the Ottoman.
So which states in particular?
The Ottoman ambassador for a white peace.
And what did the Ottomans have to say about this proposal?
Well, we prefer to receive the state of Yemen so that we can transfer the land to a local ruler under the Qasimid state.
Yemen's occupied. There's no. It's a standpoint at that point. It's the fact of.
We do have to say, like, the whole situation whether the Dutch are even in Arabia, I'm frankly very surprised that the French even protected their interests here. We know that you were protecting the Dutch, but we would have expected the French to also not be a huge fan of, again, the Dutch just having land in Arabia, which to us is very strange, but we're willing to overlook it just to end this war.
The French were happy to help in the face of Russian aggression.
I mean, my army was
To whom
already
I
there
was-
to defend the Dutch against the Russians, and then as we
whom I
were about
was-
to pull out, the Ottomans invaded. So
There is that.
I was conciliatory to the Russians, who then encouraged the Ottomans to attack me. So the French were honorable in defending me against double aggression. So I think
Would it be for the Dutch? Would it be possible for you to sell this land to the Ottomans?
I would consider a sale.
The Ottomans.
For a generous price.
We know that you have blood here for this situation, but the British don't want to see this go on terminally here, and this is costing everybody quite a lot of money. So, would you be willing to buy this off of the Dutch to end this conflict? A bit more diplomatic here.
Well, if the price is reasonable, maybe yes, I can.
Okay. Well, then, what are you looking for?
Accept that.
I would accept £500,000.
$500,000.
That is very reasonable.
I will prefer maybe for a 300,000.
The British will pay the price. Let's end this war.
So we have no problem if.
Okay. The British will transfer the money to the Amsterdam accounts. We'll end this godforsaken war and move on with all of our nation's business. Is this agreed?
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. Wonderful. Let's end this war, gentlemen.
So I can just press the word goal to conquer women, Yemen and.
Yeah, you'll get it, and then I'm gonna I'll do transfer money to you, Netherlands, but please remind me when the sum is gone, because I will forget.
Okay.
Unless you want me to just do a save edit for you. Up to you.
No, I'd rather have it now because I'm in debt.
Okay, so it's 12,000 a week. Let's see, that'd be
10 months.
40 weeks,
That
so
would
around a
be-
year. I'll do 1 year of subsidies to you. That'll be a bit over.
Okay.
Wonderful. All right, gentlemen, we have secured peace in the Middle East. The first of many times I will make that statement. I hope there's no heavy feelings. We all have business to attend to. Let's get on our way.
It was a pleasure.
Indeed. For the Ottoman diplomat, we do have some things to discuss, I think, here.
Yeah.
I must say, I am not a fan of some of the correspondence I have received from your foreign office recently, but I hope that this situation shows that we are willing to back up our previous agreements with you. However, the British are not going to be renegotiating our deal. You made a deal with us, and we fully expect you to keep it. I think you would much rather had a friendly Britain than a hostile one. Would you not agree?
We totally agree. And with the development of the war with the Dutch, we're pleased to see that we can have the back of the British. And so we will continue with the previous deal, like, or yeah.
Good, good, good,
We
good.
will continue.
In that case, we wanted to ask about the timeline of the transfer of that land, because actually, can I do the journal for it? Let me see. West purchase. I have to survey it first. Fuck off. All right, why not? We'll survey it now. I think you'll get the option to have it bought off of you, so you'll probably get even some more money if that works for you.
And with the, I will soon declare a new war with Egypt, with the revolt of Egypt, and I might have an additional offer for you.
Oh, what might that be?
Yeah, I have see that you really appreciate the small body of land surrounded by water called island. And the Egypt state seems to have won in the
Hello, this is.
One moment, I am speaking with the
Ambassador.
Ottomans.
Oh.
Please continue.
And so I want to know if you'll be interested to buy a part of an island called Crete.
Crete. It does have some strategic value, I suppose. But given I believe you would intend for us to join this war with you. You don't currently own this island, right?
No, not officially.
No, or legally, or in terms of troops being held there. We're happy to help you in the War of Egypt and support you in all these things, but we find it strange that you're trying to sell things you don't own to a friend here in the Mediterranean.
Well, our committee on the Ottoman debt suggests us to find a way to win some money.
How much are you
So,
thinking here?
either-
If it's a very reasonable fee, I'm not opposed, I suppose.
Yeah, we have a lot of Belgian and British bankers that own a part of our debt. We have to find a source of money.
Understood. Again, what price would you want for Crete?
You make a counter offer for that, but I was thinking about
You're-
a 5 years bankroll.
No. No. I'm afraid not. No. We're currently bankrolling you already and have been doing that for a while now. I'm giving you 25,000 every fucking week. You're gonna give me Crete for free in the conversation.
Well, we can,
Or I can cancel the
yeah,
bankrolling,
no.
which will financially bankrupt your country.
So, for how long will you offer? Will be your offer?
Sorry?
Maybe 5 years is too much.
I'm currently bankrolling you, and I've been doing it apparently all of last session too. I've already transferred you millions and millions and millions of pounds.
Well, that's not.
How bad is your current deficit? We are much... This is going to change dramatically. I'm much more interested in the state of your government at this point, given that we are close cooperative allies. You're negotiating here in a manner unbefitting of this situation. How bad is your deficit, Sultan? How bad is your economy?
We
Let's have a real
credit
talk here.
of 9 million and up,
Your debt is 9 million.
which do interest.
All right, here's the situation I'm going to offer you, and you could say no, but I don't advise it. You are going to give, we're going to take Crete in the War of Egypt, and we are going to make a puppet colony out of the southern Sudan, Eritrean region. In exchange, I'm going to buy off and pay off all your debts. How about that? And I'll bankroll you for 1 year so you can get your house in order. We want a strong Ottomans, but we need to be getting something out of this, or I can't sell it to Parliament. You understand?
Yeah, so it will be Eritrea, Blue Nile, and Kordofan. That's what you offer?
And Crete, and I'm going to pay off all your debt. I'm going to keep bankrolling you for 1 year so you can get your economy back on track and become stable. That's a good deal.
Yes, we will accept that.
Good. All right. There you go. I would advise you could consult with some proper Western economic ministers and get your house in order here as well. Just a bit of personal advice.
Yes, it will really help us.
Good. I'm glad to hear. As I said, we want you as a friend and we want you strong. You know why? We all know why. It is in the British interest to have a strong Ottoman. We are both getting something good out of this. We will help you. But in the future, I would advise you start conducting yourself more as a friend and not simply a trading partner. Otherwise, we would only have a trade agreement and nothing more. If you understand? And just tell us what you need and why.
That we were worried about your action in the Berlin conference.
I understand. There was a very strange foreign minister we had for a couple of years here. He was an odd fellow. I don't know why the king had hired him, but he was all right. Not a bad economic minister, but certainly his foreign policy was questionable. So we are dealing with that, I can assure you.
Then we have nothing to worry with you.
Good.
And we're
Good.
really pleasing to be a long-lasting friends.
And we are back on track then. I will look forward to telling His Majesty that we've had fruitful talks and that things will proceed. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And I will let you with the new ambassador that seems to want to
yes.
talk to you.
There's a Russian man. I hope that we have brought in some scented candles here for this waiting group. Thank you very much. I'm glad to see that. Good. Sir, please come into my office. What can I do for you?
Hello, this is the Tsar of Russia.
The Tsar has traveled all the way to London to speak with me. Sir, that is quite unadvised, but I'm glad to receive you here. We'll find a fitting residence for you.
And the reason why this is so important is because of the reconciliation of British relations, and as we have seen the letter to you.
Yes, we did hear about I did hear about the death of your father, and I'm very sorry to hear that. The royal family has sent their condolences. We are open to a new approach to the Russian-British relationship, but our interests, there would need to be something to make the British interested in doing this. You have caused a lot of problems for us. There are still a number of geographic problems that we don't agree with. We can, sir, you come here, and I'm making our case to you and our perspective very clear. You can do with it what you want. We're not opposed to this situation, but we would have a tough time accepting the status quo of the current Russian borders of influence, especially in Central Asia. But if a rediscussion and concessions could be made there, I think we could have some fruitful talks.
We have already agreed on each other's colonial claims on the letter, if I'm correct.
I don't believe so. Did the previous player do something or say something I'm not aware?
I'm not sure. I just got a message from Tiago, so that's why I said so. I don't know. So anyways, we would like reconciliation with the British Empire, but we would not offer too much, as we are the same stance on this. You have caused a lot of trouble with us, but we would like reconciliation. So we would offer some terms, but not too much. And in turn, we would just ask that the British revoke their guarantee of independence of the nation of Circassia.
Well,
The Caucasus.
the Circassian genocide has been in the newspapers here in London for the past decade, and quite a number, both of the citizenry and the members of Parliament and the House of Lords, have much sympathy for the slaughtered Circassians that have come like a wave running away from your great empire into the Ottomans, into Persia and other regions, finding no home for themselves. For us to willingly allow that genocide to reach its conclusion, we would need assurances for the safe travel of those fleeing the violence, as well as some political concessions in Central Asia. But we're open to the discussion.
We would give them citizenship if they want to stay, and we would allow them to leave the country freely. But we just ask that you recognize our claim on the Caucasus and allow us to take control of our rightful claims.
And what are you offering us in return?
We would offer you hold on. Let me check the reason. We would like to offer you a trade agreement and concessions to the
A
British
trade
Empire.
agreement is a benefit to Russia, so if anything, that would be us giving you something. I'm asking what you will give us that is of value to us.
Reconciliation.
A what? No. I'm asking like substantive things you're offering us for us to make this massive concession to you. Everything you're suggesting is us giving you more things. So, did you have anything else?
Well, we would like to say that we would recognize all British claims in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe some economic concessions can be made. The transfer of 1 million or half can be made as an agreement.
No. Central Asian concessions are what would be required for this situation. We're happy to do a reconciliation to some degree and discuss trading outside of the Circassia or any other concessions on our part. But if you want us to make a major concession like this, you would have to give us something in return, to be very clear on that. It's not a requirement for us to be reconciled as long as, but I mean, at the same time, we're not going to just unguarantee and allow let's be very frank, Ambassador, the slaughtering of the Circassians there, the ethnic cleansing of those people to occur without very good proper cause. I'm a reasonable man, but the public outrage in Britain would be extreme and would affect our politics. But if you do not wish to give anything for this, we can just take a step back and leave that issue alone and discuss trade and softer foreign policy kind of maneuvering against each other. Not a friendship by any means, but more of a return to a neutral stance, I guess.
We would then this discussion is over on the Caucasus, but we would like to still go on natural terms with the British.
That's acceptable to us. We know you have a new monarch. It's a new era. We're excited to see what he will do and where you will go, of course. And we're open to seeing where the future leads with Russia. And we would find this acceptable. I don't know if ending my rivalry would probably bankrupt me in terms of influence, but let's see. No, I can do it. All right. Yeah, well, that's acceptable.
The embargo will come off with the British Empire. We would offer the trade agreement if you want to accept. You are really right to do so, but
not yet. Not yet. we'll discuss that in the future. But for now, I think a return to a neutral stance would be agreeable. If we find ourselves in need of enough Russian goods and cannot find them elsewhere, we can discuss a trade agreement. But for now, we'd rather see where the free market takes us with our tariffs.
Yes, as we both have free markets.
Indeed.
Goodbye.
Very well. Okay, we're in pretty good shape. How's it going, everybody? I started off with some Dipple there, so I didn't say hi. I hope everyone is doing well this fine Sunday. What's up, Igma? How you doing? What's up, Shadow? W Canada. What's up, Moose? The Tallow, you peeking over there, bud. Went for Ethiopia because I realized they shared some sort of religion with us. Yeah, true. They're the Copts are more similar to the Orthodox than the Catholic Christians, so it's a good play. There's a lot of coffee there too, which is always nice. Speaking of coffee, I have to go grab some more in just a moment, folks. So just be warned. I'm not an addict. You're an addict. I caffeine is a choice. And what's up? How's it going? And thank you for that follow, by the way. Appreciate that. What's up, Jarhead? Yeah, so we're continuing with a British game here. We had a sub last week. He did a very, very good job. He did a very good job economically. The Berlin conference, not so much. I'm sorry if you're watching Canada. Thank you so much for subbing, but holy shit, what did you get us into in the Berlin conference? We almost got into like a war of the Ottomans apparently because we claimed Egypt. So it might have been my bad. I told him to go historical borders, so he probably assumed that was Egypt. So that was probably my fuck up, to be honest. If you don't give good orders, you're gonna have things like that happen. So, unfortunate. But anyway, we're in a pretty good shape here. This session, I am going to work more on just kind of colonial expansion. I'm going to work on just a lot of economic stuff. Really, we got a lot of work to do economically, so we're gonna be working on that full session. We're industrializing a little quicker than most countries besides Germany. So if we can just get the lead and hold the lead, we're gonna be big chilling. What's up, Truckoneer? How you doing, man? It's kind of our modus operandi here. Steel in particular. I want us to get that big steel dollar. Lancaster apparently is going to become our steel hub, which is interesting. Birmingham. Isn't that Birmingham, or is Birmingham in the Midlands? Birmingham's like right here. Probably Midlands. All right. So if you missed that, I did negotiations with to stop that war. The war stood down. We're paying the Dutch for it. Then we basically made a deal with the Ottomans. I took on all their debt, and I'm going to subsidize them for a little bit here. That's why we're not making a lot of money, even though we're making a lot of money. I'd want to get them stable. Like, my biggest foreign policy goal for the early part of this game was to get the Ottoman Empire not super strong. I don't want them really strong, but I want them stable, and I want them a player. I want them a major power player. And then I want to keep them right in that box. Just right in that box. So they're useful, but not dangerous. That's what we want out of the Ottoman Empire. So I'm willing to pay a bit of money here to get them on their feet. So, yeah, that's our foreign policy play. Russia's wanting to reconcile. The main player's not here today. He's got a sub. He'll be back next week though. So I'm not gonna do anything against Russia till he gets back, because I like the Tallow. I can see you there. I like playing against the Tallow. It's fun. The Tallow knows how to wheel and deal and strategize. It's fun when players are like that. So I won't do anything against you until you're back. Then I'll fuck around and find out a bit with Russia. Alrighty. Yeah, really, the steel industry is the big thing we have going right now. We want the steel frame buildings. We need some more glass too. I'm just gonna mainly work on that here. Why are we? We have a soil. I bet we have a fertilizer crisis. That's usually why food's not profitable at this point in the game. Oh yeah. Yep. Fertilizer prints. We are on max already. We're just gonna need to build more. We have a deficit of 600. Wow. We'll make some extras. And then we need a lot more lead, which we can get actually with explosives here, I think. Yes, we can. Solve our lead issues. No, it doesn't. The ticket. Way more lead than I thought. 5. And then just steel. Still an issue of grain, a bit of one with furniture. We'll have to solve those too. Like, we've got a lot of countries in our block and in our market right now, so it's a big part of all this stuff, but, you know, the valuable goods are still going to be valuable regardless. I'm going to go ahead and put dynamite onto our coal mines, and then we're just going to immediately build the explosives we need to... Oh my god, a lot! To offset that, we're going to need another 10 of those. Holy shit. Just immediately get started on those. And then we're looking pretty good. Why is Germany big? Germany unified last session when we weren't here, so that happened. I didn't watch more Hammurabae streams, not gonna lie, this shit is entertaining. Ekma, you've watched them before, right? I think I recognize your name. Pretty sure. Seen you in a few streams before, at least. What caused the Ottoman Empire to fall after World War I, Ham? Yeah, it definitely fell after World War I. It didn't really fall, right? It just got, like, partitioned. It had been barely... The Ottoman Empire, I remember in high school, I'll keep this rant to a minimum. I remember in high school, I had actually a pretty good history teacher. I forget her name. She was really nice. And we got along pretty well. I should know her name. She really liked me too. When we had the Bismarck section of the class, she's like, you're gonna love next week. And I was like, how come? She's like, we're gonna cover Bismarck, and I have a feeling you're gonna really like him. So I was like, fuck, you're not wrong. But anyway, I remember when she covered World War I, she talked about, like, the Ottomans as, like, a relevant factor in the Central Powers, right? Like, there's this, I think, understanding for people who don't understand World War I or that period of the Middle East for the Ottomans really well, where the Ottomans get treated like they matter, and they do to a degree, right? It's not like they're just some minor country. But, like, a lot of times history is taught when you're younger, especially, like, oh, there was the German Empire, Austria, and the Ottomans in the Central Powers. Yeah, but really it was the Germans and kind of the Austrians, and the Ottomans were there, right? That's how that went. Because the Ottomans had been declining for well over 100 years by the time World War I came around. The empire was already under the throes of, like, ethnic and cultural conflict to the nth degree. The Janissaries, which had made them what they were, the standing slave army, essentially, that could actually get power in government, had declined and become almost like a eunuch faction in the sense that they just represent the old order, didn't want to change, were corrupt, and didn't do a good job. The Ottoman Empire was held together by fucking duct tape, right? Most of its possessions had already left and were gone. The breadbasket and real economic hub of the Ottomans was owned by the British in Egypt, right? So they were barely standing. What the Ottomans offered in that war, what they wanted was like a Hail Mary chance to get back their empire. They had been promised by primarily Germany, as well as a little bit by Austria, to get back a lot of the old holdings from the colonial French and British. And this was like their one chance to, like, get back in power, right? They had one shot, one chance, one opportunity. Would you take it? You know, and they took it. But, like, what they offered in the war was manpower, right? They had a lot of soldiers still who would work for them, fight for them. They weren't very high quality. They were okay. They had good spirit, but they weren't well trained. They didn't have good equipment. They didn't have good officers. And really all they did in that war was kind of keep the British busy fighting over Egypt and shit like that. Like, they were a factor, don't get me wrong. But they weren't a really big influence, if we're gonna be honest. So why did the Ottomans collapse after World War I? Because the entire world, including the Ottoman Sultanate, all knew that the Ottomans shouldn't exist anymore. Even the Ottomans were like, yeah, we probably shouldn't exist at this point, right? Like, I'm exaggerating, but that's kind of how it was. So they were basically the scapegoat for the Entente to take territory without having to continue the war and damaging things. I really need to just, like, one day rant about the Treaty of Versailles. It is a fascinating treaty and fucked over Europe and caused World War II. But basically the short end of it is they couldn't break up Germany that much because the Germans could keep fighting and the Americans would not allow it. The Americans basically said any land taken by other countries needs to be given back, but the Americans were like, we're not fighting this war for imperial conquest or for aggressive conquest of any sort. That's not why we're fighting this war. And it sure as fuck isn't why you guys are fighting this war, right? And then the British and the French were like, yeah, sure. Definitely not. No, we'd never do that. That's why they were there. The British and the French wanted more lands. That's as usual. All right, so the Ottomans and the Austrians were like the way that was done. The Austrians kind of had to be made into like reasonable countries because their people were demanding freedom, and the Americans were like, they need self-determination right now. And the French and British were like, ah, fuck, okay, fine. I guess we can do that. Fucking liberal hippies in America, even though our president was a Klan member. And then the Ottomans are like, okay, America, we've helped you out with all the European white people, right? We're giving them their own self-determination countries. We've been good, great powers. Please, let us take something. And the American diplomats were basically like, okay, fine. We're going to break up the Ottoman Empire. And you guys, we're not going to give you colonies, but if you want to administer these regions for a little bit, I guess that's fine. Which was basically, yeah, here's your colonies. Pretend they're not colonies, right? That's what it was. So the Ottoman Empire was primarily just the scapegoat by which the imperial powers on the Entente could take more lands to justify the conflict and to try and admittedly get economic value out of a war that had fucked up both of their countries, while the Americans could approve because America really didn't give that much of a fuck about that region yet, or even to this day, whereas they kind of did more in like Germany and Austria and places like that. So that's the short of it. Also, it was just due to be destroyed, right? So, anyway, there you go. Had a good day. Oh, hello there. Sorry, I was running, Edward. Sorry.
That's fine. Took so long. I actually forgot what I need to talk to you about. Oh yes. Last session, the only thing I did with you was improving relation the entire time.
Okay. I canceled our rivalry, by the way, so.
That's good because yeah, the plan is still to. What I was trying to do is just kind of miss the session to do that, trying to get friendly with you because Russia is kind of sucks. Like
Russia's very sus. I agree with that. Yeah, no, I don't have the diplomatic. I don't have the influence points to improve relations with you. But if you want to keep doing it with me, I need to find a way to get some more influence here. Let me look.
I mean, I had to damage a relation with Russia, and when I'm good to rival them, I'm good to get a lot of influence, so it should be fine.
Wait, yep. I've also kind of, for the moment, a bit reconciled with the Russians. At least we're on medium terms. When inevitably Satalo does something to fuck that up, I'll have a ton of influence, and then we can start, working together
When
again.
you sided with them on Djibouti.
Yeah. No, when they do something sus and dumb, then we'll have the influence to work closer with you there.
When you weren't here,
I give it one session after this one, so yeah. But in general, though, we are still very interested in working with the Austrians. In particular, we're hoping that you can build up more of your ports along the Adriatic. Is that the Adriatic?
Yeah.
Mediterranean, regardless. And then we can begin to trade more of you. We have a lot of interest there.
Also, you need to be aware that I'm colonizing in Namibia.
Where are you calling it? Namibia?
The desert.
Oh my god, dude. That's disgusting.
Like, people wanted it.
My brain is just struggling to imagine the concept of like uptight, like Germanic Austrians showing up on the coast of Namibia. To be fair, the coast of Namibia is fucking beautiful. They're like, wow, this is amazing. But it's way too hot. Why the fuck are we here, Kaiser?
I've got no clue why my people forced me to get the freaking colonial exploitation.
The Hungarians are behind it, of course. They're like, we need more steppe lands for our herds. To Namibia!
Also, I just want to point out that Alsasce-lorraine is independent.
The fuck? Swiss uprising in Alsasce-lorraine? That's some cursed shit. Alright.
It's amazing.
Beautiful.
Anyway, I'll go back to my
Sounds good. But again, we're looking to stay friendly with you as well. So, the big thing is, as you know, we're very friendly with the Ottomans. We think you have...
I crashed.
Rejoin. Just hot join. Oh, we had a few people. Okay. That looks like a rehost. That looks like a rehost is what that is. Okay.
Rehost.
Was that a triple crash?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a rehost here. This looks unstable. I would hazard a guess and say that there was a Morgenrada decision taken that caused some issues, but we'll see.
No, it's because of the uprising in Alsace-lorraine.
That is so cursed. I think the game might have just quit. So
I
you know.
hated that. I hated that. I was just like, oh, it has 66% turmoil. Oh, I'm getting an uprising there. Oh, France needs to.
Everything's fine. Everything is fine. I'm not crying. You're crying.
My reaction is, yeah.
Hold on. Is France at war with Germany?
No.
No, they haven't intervened in that.
If they do, though, I will be pissed. It's an Edward. Sorry, not an Edward. It's a Chris move to do. To be fair, it is a Chris move to join that.
Oh, jeez, you're being such a Chris right now.
Rehost?
Yeah, we're doing it. I'll be up in just a second.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully, that's not a game-breaking issue we're gonna have to go solve. We'll see.
That's only 4 crashes, right?
I don't know how many were crashes versus people who just clicked the button when they were told to leave.
Also,
it's tough to
I'm
say.
proud to announce that Austria is finally losing money.
It took you a while. How much
Yeah,
construction
that's
do you have for that?
Construction?
Yeah.
Everybody is in Hangout. Should we join there?
460.
Yeah, we can move up. Rehost is going up right now.
Alright.
Okay.
I just want to know what everyone what Chris and Hammer's constructions are, because Edward just said he has 450. I was wondering what you.
I'm like a little over 500, I think.
Okay. Chris,
Let me
what's your
check.
construction?
518.
So I think.
Host is up. You should be able to just search for it and find it, but I'm going to put up the ID right now as well.
Also, by the way, I was looking at France's GDP. They've lost 10 billion since the start of the session.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm rebooting my game real quick, just to make sure.
Yeah, you should be.
I managed to did not get a revolution. I'm so cool.
Yeah, so did I.
Our monarchy
Literally building
capped by
construction
the
sector.
industrialists.
There will be more.
It's weird. I'm going to be able to tax my people more.
Yay! I still have an illegitimate government, so can't tax my people more than the standard, the average.
The monarchists won the election. I think they're going to try and wheel Napoleon back in.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Napoleon gets elected, gets out, the monarch is coming back to drag it back.
Gluing him to the seat. You will sit there.
In the big board chair. Negotiation.
Napoleon left my ranch, and the people say for me is the gunpowder.
My POV was Chris. Chris literally came into the group chat all swaggering in, going like, "Oh, I'm gonna be
It's the French Secret Service making sure. It's the French Secret Service making sure what we don't want to be said's not said.
The industrialists don't want America to have a monarch, so we're sending the Pinkertons with a sniper rifle to go cap their
Yeah,
I think
Merrick, I need
that's what it
to-
was.
I need to
Napoleon
talk
heard
with
that
you
there was a
about
job
such
opportunity in America. America looking for an emperor? Sure, I'll go.
yeah.
Where do I
need
apply?
to talk with you, America. I need to talk with you.
Joshua Norton is like claiming he's like the emperor of America, but then like he looks at Herman Melville and he's like, holy shit, this dude is like he's an actual guy. He's like, you know, been around the world. He knows how to rule. He
Did
just
someone just say Herman Melville?
yeah.
Herman Melville rules the USA as a
The guy who
dictator
made
right now.
Moby Dick.
It's in the most boring motherfucker on the planet.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
apparently he's a fuck. apparently he's the fucking candidate to be a monarch.
He is currently the dictator of the USA and has been since the American Civil War.
He's remarkably less boring.
Who is the
This-
Herald of Change?
It's all because the Confederates is like the white supremacy whale.
Wait, hello. Who is the
My
Herald
game
of
is a
Change?
little bit to load up. Wait a minute.
Everything went awry the moment the
It's me.
Confederates won. Then suddenly,
It's who?
Yeah,
Destroy
you
the
gotta
world.
fix some things, America.
Okay. The Herald of Change. Wow.
Yeah, I'm
moment
joining
the
right now.
Confederates won was the moment that America starts going into a downward spiral of militarism.
I fucking hate that the Alsace-Lorraine has just flippin' decided it wanted to break free. It wanted to join the Swiss.
That is so base.
No, the
It's
Swiss.
so
the
funny how
Swiss,
they got the
how
choice
many
between
are-
the French, the Germans, or the Swiss. And they're like, yeah, we'll go with Swiss.
No,
I
they got
like Swiss cheese.
no. They got the choice between the French and the Germans, and then they chose the Swiss.
Yeah.
They didn't get
Yeah,
the choice
because
of the
no, here's the
Germans.
thing. France has Napoleon, and then the Germans are bankrupt, and Switzerland is like making dough left and right and center.
Whoa,
Like it's
whoa.
funny as hell.
Bankrupt is a strong word. We only have 20 million debt.
Oh yeah, I'm,
Why-
I'm feeding you. I'm feeding your people, man.
Also,
I think that had destroyed both our nations.
also, why does Switzerland have a Protestant theocracy?
That's why they going against the fucking Pope.
The world.
What is
Yes.
hidden
What
need?
is this timeline?
Oh my god, Italian Swiss people. They have an Italian Swiss theocracy.
That's why they've been fighting the Pope so much. Every time there's been a war, the Pope got
Oh
involved.
my god, that's
Wait,
crazy. I
is
know the
it
Aztecs did
my
that.
fault because of the Pope? Oh no. Oh, why don't have I done? That rivalry with Portugal had consequences. Oops.
Oh shit! I
Uh.
can get more. I can read the tips again. Oh shit! I'm so back.
Meanwhile,
I'm still doing
Two
it.
Sicilies is map painting in Africa.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
grabbing
I'm helping them.
He's grabbing two little treaty ports in Africa.
W Italy,
The
W
Denmark
Italy.
stuff.
Yeah,
I'm ending the
That's my
Danish
power block
colonial
member.
empire.
Let's go.
that's my power block member.
Does anybody have a bone to pick with Venezuela? They've decided they are going to come to Denmark's side.
Oh,
I have a bit
I'll
of
subjugate them.
Venezuela. It's in my calendar.
Wait, what's? I mean,
Fucking bully.
South America is my business, so.
I mean, they're not at all a threat to me. I just I don't have any.
Oh, yeah.
No. I just gotta shake them down for money. That's all. Like
Oh,
the like.
Hey, if it's okay, I can subjugate them. If it's really being a problem for you, that's fine with me.
But
just
German
saying.
Venezuela.
Brazil has
America
that in the
will
bag,
like
so.
go around the world and like look for an opportunity to like
I'm here.
another country in the face just to demand war reps.
Listen, listen. German Venezuela is not a big deal when German China exists. Alright.
All right, do we have everybody?
Yeah. Manchuria, yeah, part of them. There's Oliver in.
Yeah,
Our
it's
block.
my protectorate. It actually has what? I can't remember where I saw it. It had like.
Edward, go ahead and pick Austria.
Ah,
Where?
ah, ah.
When I was checking earlier, Manchuria actually had like a 40% chance to get lowered autonomy if I demanded it. the Manchurian Dominion.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and start for 1 week. Do not click any buttons. No buttons at all. Okay?
I'm gonna click every button.
I know you are.
My GDP jumped up 10 million whilst waiting for the game to load.
I'm
Okay,
surprised.
now we're going to be able to build bananas in the two Sicilies.
I'm surprised.
Two Sicilies,
France
Banana
isn't
Republic
coming
win.
in on this.
I'm going to make it a
mean,
France has no money.
Sicily that back then was pretty crazy too.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. France has no money, and it just makes
Oh,
no
I'm feeding all of you, and I'm making money, man.
All right, we're good to go. Press all the buttons, folks. We're good to go. There will be a rehost in around an hour if we don't crash again. So everyone have fun.
Napoleon obviously came in.
Hey, Dad.
All right, beautiful. Enjoy these history lessons. I'm glad my ranting is enjoyable to someone, as opposed to myself. Russia's security campaign is a total failure with Putin sorting. You mean in Ukraine?
Quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
How do I annex my subject? They have like 0.
You have to decrease their economy, autonomy all the way. And then
Yeah,
you'll have the
but-
option to annex them, but I think it's a diplomatic play, so it will show up as like a hostile action. And other countries, I think, can even intervene, if I remember right.
Okay.
You should be
Would it
fine.
make sense to do a save edit to annex it if I have 0?
No, you're gonna do it automatically, so other players can get involved. I should have made the Japanese and Chinese do that for Korea as well, but kind of got complicated, so.
Well, I'm going to do it to Krakow, so like.
You're annexing poor Krakow? Oh.
Yeah, they've been spreading liberal ideas in my nation all the time.
Okay, that's fair. Now beat them down. They can has
Like-
Poland. Come on, they can has Poland.
Nah.
They can has it. It's right there.
No.
All you gotta do is fight some Russians, you know. That's fun.
I don't really want to fight the Russian. I don't want.
Oh, you want to fight the Russians?
I mean, I don't want to be the. You know what I mean.
A pussy?
No.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. We're aggravating here. All right. Yeah. No. This is a hostile play. Just annex country, and you can do it that way. For Krakow, I can do a save edit for you, but not for Wallachia.
Okay.
But I will
mean,
say before you, I will do a save edit. Go talk to the German player and the Russian player and tell them what you're gonna do and ask them if they would intervene or not. And if they won't, then I'll do a save edit. If they would, you have to do it with a game mechanic. Agreed?
Mhm.
Cool. All right. There you go.
I have a 50% chance of them saying yes to the forced diplomatic play. What is a forced diplomatic play?
So there's a 50% chance they'll just say, yeah, fuck it, and then you annex Krakow. There's a 50% chance they're going to try and fight you, and they may try and invite other countries to join you for against you for concessions.
Okay.
Since most of the people around you, the important ones are players, that's not a big issue. But in single player it is, because like big AI countries can get pulled in for
Yeah.
dumb reasons.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll go talk to people now.
Enjoy and best of luck. We are going to do a Pacific expedition under the oversight of all of our boomer-ass admirals here. We'll do Alexander Milne. Milne? Oh, I'm going to try and go through the Northwest Passage again as well. The chance of successfully making a safe breakthrough for the Northwest Passage is based on several factors. The basic value, which is determined during preparations. I thought this would be interesting. Let's not. So we're going to skip. We'll try it. If we get through that, it'd be pretty cool. We can make a documentary about it when we get to film as well. Compose works of music. We've got Shelley still, which is huge. 3 bestsellers. Science fiction writer. Socially critical. Yeah, she wouldn't be our official writer for a while because she hated our government. Speaking of our government, we could actually also go with a liberal party in no, never mind. I thought they were popular. They're not anymore. Still working on laissez-faire. It's not going very well, but I'm still hopeful we can get it. Viewer, a bot. Fuck off. Let me ban him. Get the hell out of here. Weebcam gone? Weebcam? Calling me a weeb? Kaiser, is that what you doing? Them's fighting words, boy. Isn't France close to going socialist with Lupien running for president? I think there was the movement pretty popular in Paris, but it wasn't in most of the country in 65. They were relevant politically, but not very influential. We'll do a general research trip. John Bright does not want us to do the Northwest Passage. Fine, we'll give them political concessions. We have an endorsement for laissez-faire from a playwright. We're going to absolutely take that. We might actually get laissez-faire. That would be huge. Imagine American dictatorship in World War I, but our leader is a brick of cheddar Wisconsin cheese. That sounds like something someone comes up with when they just read, like, I don't know, like a political science book and took a DMT trip or something. And is this block of cheese, like, you know, conscious, or is it just sitting there? I've played a bit of Victory single player lately, and I've come to the conclusion that Great Britain is overpowered right now. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that the 1800s are, like, known to be the British century. That's not an exaggeration. It is exactly what it is. They are dominant the world order right now.
Hello, sir.
Hello there.
The Dutch delegation would like to thank the British for the fulfillment of the Ottomans' debt for the sale of Yemen.
Absolutely.
We've received the total amount, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
And cancel that. Absolutely. We hope the money's put to good use and that we don't have to get into any conflict over silly matters like this again.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Farewell. Which means I have probably done all the bankrolling I need to for the Ottomans. Please tell me that they're not in debt again. They're not in debt again. That's a W. Curacao expedition launches. We're going to Curacao. Nice. I'm gonna go to Australia, New Zealand this time, I think. What's it, a chaplain? They meant webcam. Oh, okay. Yeah. I turned the webcam off when I want to do something. They also might have just meant weepcam, which, you know, I don't know. I don't think I fit that genre, but I'm in that ballpark for sure. It is Mary Shelley, yeah. She's our official writer. Mary Shelley, sci-fi writer. She wrote Frankenstein, which is seen as like I don't remotely agree with this concept, but it is seen to be one of, if not the first sci-fi book. I don't consider it sci-fi, even remotely. Some people do. No, but I mean, they are too strong even for history. Like, France doesn't even stand a chance against them. That's not... The AI France is pretty dumb, I'll give you that. But a player on France, or if you use, like, the AI enhancement mods, France can absolutely contend in British. It is rough, though. But Britain has such an advantage in every way right now, right? They really do. All right, we're gonna demand it from them. Oh, shit. They promised us the Suez. I'm not giving them more money, so they're gonna give it to us. I learned about her in school. Interesting, she lived since she died in the 1850s. Yeah, I think, wasn't it her husband who wrote that poem Ozymandias as well? Which is like my favorite fucking poem. You have a diplomatic play starting over Kutch, apparently. Let me see. Mary Shelley's husband was a poet as well. He was really good. That's the guy I'm thinking of. I really like his poetry. Yeah, Percy Shelley. Yeah. Oh, he's a good poet. If you like poetry, check out Percy Shelley. He's got some fun stuff. Yeah, he wrote Ozymandias, which I'll read because it is my favorite poem. Most of you will recognize this automatically. You probably read it in school. I met a traveler from an antique land who said 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone, standing in the desert. Near them on sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that his sculptor well those passions read, which yet survive stamped on these lifeless things. The hand that mocked them, and the hand that fed. And on the pedestal, these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and to spare. No thing beside remains round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare. The lone and level sands stretch far away. It's supposed to be about Ramses II. It just alludes to the fact that all great power inevitably decays, and the ego and arrogance of great empires is laughable in the face of time. But anyway, good poem. He's a good poet, so definitely worth checking out. P-Light parties are a liberal one, I think. No, apparently not. We'll give them more support though. Balance things out a bit. We did get rubber massification, so we have like a lot of those rubber events to start firing, and then they just don't stop. Can we use rubber in our clothing buildings yet? Let's look. Mary Shelley's mother was also a Mary Wollstonecraft. Wasn't she? Was the writer an early like feminist figure, right? If I'm thinking correctly. No, I'm dumb. Yeah. She was pretty cool. I think I've read some of her stuff before. Mary Wollstonecraft. Yeah, British writer, philosopher, and advocate for women's rights. She lived from 1759 to 1797. Yeah, Vindication of the Rights of Women. That's a good book. I've not read the whole thing, I'll be honest, but I read parts of it. She was like on like the really like earliest, not the earliest per se, but like the earliest like more influential, impactful, and listened to beginning of like women's rights movements in Europe and in Britain, which unfortunately did not get a lot of traction until much later than her. I know it from Civ. Oh yeah, it's the poems in Civ, isn't it? I forgot about that. I gotta say, Civ 7, folks. I'm not super happy with that. It looks pretty mid so far. Alrighty, what do we need here? More fertilizer. We're still working on those, so we're gonna be fine. Then lead, we're gonna deal. Then we need a lot of furniture. That's actually really hitting our standard of living costs right now. Let's see here. Thank you for the sub, Condor. Much appreciated. It's been more than 2 years since you promised me a San Marino Millennium Dawn run. You're right. I never said win, Condor. I said a will. So, checkmate, atheist. I will do it one day, but that day is not today, nor tomorrow, nor the day after. We both know it's gonna be cancerous, all right? We both know it. That's why you want me to do it. You want to watch me suffer? I know it. You know it. Let's not pretend it's anything else than that. And I will suffer for you, Condor, but not today. All right? Hoist 6 San Marino run. There you go. Exactly. Did they not give us the fucking Suez? I should see the Suez right now, and I don't see the Suez. Gibland. We can also build a skyscraper, I believe now. Yes, we can. We're going to build a first skyscraper we can in the home countries, in London. I also need to max out my universities because all the other players have been maxing the fuck out of this, so it's time we do too. I checked. Volcano observatories, that's cool. Oh, decipherment of the Akkadian language. All the country's newspapers are reporting a breakthrough by renowned researchers led by an experienced archaeologist. The ancient languages of Mesopotamia are no longer a secret. Nothing stands in the way of serious exploration of Babylonian Assyria. Already under the German mathematician Carsten Niebuhr, the cuneiform tablets that aroused the interest of scholars in the 18th century, and efforts were made to decode them and translate the languages. Jörg Friedrich Grotfind and Guido du Perron and Antoine Isaac Silvestre de Sacy, we're gonna go with Saucy, played a decisive role in the decipherment of Old Persian cuneiform tablets. Their studies were confirmed with the decipherment of the hieroglyphs and the quadrilingual Silas vase after the discovery of the monumental inscription of Behistun, which contained older languages of Mesopotamia in addition to the now well-known Persian. It was, I think it was like a letter or something that had been like translated into 4 different languages or something like that. It was only a matter of time before Elamites, Babylonian, and Akkadian were understandable again after centuries. After inviting various astrologists who claimed to understand these ancient languages, one of our academies tested them independently that they should translate the same inscription. Amazingly, the translation of all scholars agreed. A serious exploration of the oldest cultures of mankind in Mesopotamia can now begin. Fuck yeah, based. Emily, a little biased there. 30,000 for 9 years. Bruh. Bruh. I don't know about that one. It has begun, ladies and gentlemen. Suez Canal will take us around almost 5 years here, but it will be well worth it. We also have an absolute fuck ton of bureaucracy, so I'm going to go ahead and start increasing all the institutions we can here. Got some more maybe as well. It's more like San Marino, exactly. Run of Sardinia would be funny. In what game? In Hoi 4? Or in Millennium Dawn? Wonder what will come first, 6 or the heat deaths of the universe? Hopefully the heat deaths of the universe. Why do some archaeologists' names sound like rap lyrics while others sound normal? Because they're French. We're gonna go ahead and go for a loan reduction. We still have some of that debt. Maybe we can get some more exports here going. A lot of options. The Japanese are gonna start buying our magazines. Nice. We're gonna start exporting the Sun and the Times to Tokyo. I'm sure that will have no dangerous cultural problems down the road. Not a 1. Cheap European furniture, not of a craft like ours, of course, but acceptable for the poors. The highest quality German chairs are only fit in Britain for the poor houses. The lowest quality for firewood. Basically, what I'm saying is German craftsmanship sucks. I want to put that out there. A bit of an iron problem. We can actually import it at huge profit, so let's just do that rather than developing any more iron industry of ourselves if we can here. Just work on the specialized projects ourselves. Specialized goods for ourselves. We still have a food crisis as well, and I really don't want to spend construction building up Sri Lanka to be the breadbasket of the British Empire. But we are gonna have to, apparently. Fucking hell. You know what it is? It's all these goddamn colonials who are getting expectations about, like, having, like, their calorie count met. Like, fuck out of here. All the Indian workers are getting used to, like, having a, like, consistent diet, and it is breaking our economy. They need to stop. We need to make their expectations go way lower. Disgusting. All right, Sri Lanka's been maxed out. Where else? There's got to be a modifier down here for food. Yeah, Bengal Delta. I think that's probably the best we have. It's already connected to the port, so we can get it really easily moved around the empire. Yep. Welcome to the rice fields. Look how many we could make here, too. Holy shit, dude. No way there's demand for the arts. You know why there's demand for the arts? Because we're rich as fuck. And all of our upper class are like, I need like 10 fucking Picassos. Well, he's not alive yet, but you know what I mean. Look at the wealth. Look at the wealth for our wealthy right now. That's why there's demand for art. They got nothing to spend their money on. We definitely have an economy that favors the wealthy here in Britain, as historically was the case. Oh yeah, there's a lot of them too. There's 500,000 upper strata folks here. That's fantastic. That's why our investment pool's at 11 million and still going up with all of our construction. So we should also build some more arts academies for them. Should remain profitable. Yeah, literally become more profitable as you make more of it. And some more opera houses for them too. We're in pretty good shape there. How many players are in the session? I think 13. Yeah, 13 players. About the same as last week. Elder Scrolls 6 was announced 8 years ago. Yeah, they kind of jumped the gun on that, didn't they? Viking 3 Sardinia would be fun. I don't know about Millennium Dawn Sardinia. Skyrim looks so amazing nowadays, though. Have you guys seen, like, the total conversion, like, mega mod packs for Skyrim that make it look like next gen? I would love to stream a series of that, but my computer cannot run that shit. That is for sure. But if you got a good computer, oh, holy shit. Same with Cyberpunk. The Cyberpunk visual mods are on a new level now as well. Crazy, man. Beautiful games. Cyberpunk was the game, I think, most recently that made me just, like, realize how far games have come since I was a kid. Like, it's one of those things where, like, there's many things in life that when they happen slowly, your brain just doesn't realize how big of a change happens because it's, like, incremental and it's bit by bit, right? Video games, I think, are definitely one of those, at least if you're someone like me who plays them so often, right? You get kind of just used to them getting so much, like, better, and you're like, oh, it's normal, it's okay. But every once in a while, there's something that will just shake you out of that mindset. And for me, that was Cyberpunk. When, like, I saw, like, a Max graphics playthrough on YouTube with someone with a bunch of mods, and I was just like, my god, compared to when I was a kid, the games right now are just ridiculous. And I cannot wait to see where they go in another decade or so, you know? Our generation, if you're younger than 40, our generation's gonna be lucky, I think, if the world doesn't fall apart, you know, in the next century. In the sense that when we all get to hopefully retire, right? We're just gonna get to, like, you know, chill with, like, legal drugs or alcohol, whatever you want, in a retirement home playing next-gen video games until we die. That's not a bad way to go out, I'm gonna be honest, compared to how, you know, the end of life tends to be historically for people. At least that's what I tell myself. I know, it's nice. We live in a nice time. We've got doctors, even though they'll take, like, all your money. We've got dentistry, and we've got next-gen video games. That's what it takes for me to enjoy a time period of history, personally. So, you know. Why 3060 can't run Cyberpunk as it is? Yeah. It's about right. Fuck no. There we go. That's what we want right there. I remember a time when Mortal Kombat was the next gen graphics, dude. True, right? Holy shit. Different times we live in. That is for sure. If anyone on Spotify has made a Victoria 3 playlist, it's not just the bass songs. No. They have not. Wait? You got the Vic 2 soundtrack. We'll play that. Oh, what the fuck? Egypt offers us a Jaws. No. Ottoman offers us Crete. Yes. Yes, please. We're gonna go test out those new rifles. Then we'll need to navally invade Crete as well. King has intervened as a personal interest in the ongoing debate over laissez-faire. Yeah, let's get that done. I thought vanilla Skyrim looked really good when it came out, and it does. But wow, graphics have come a long way since then. Yeah, old, like, Skyrim, like, definitely you can see its age at this point, like, without mods. But with mods, It's looking fine. Holy shit, we need so much steel. My God. Germans are producing more steel than us. That's unacceptable.
Hi,
Oh, there.
hello. Here is the ambassador of the Ottoman, and have
Oh.
begin and yep.
Are you guys speaking or?
He did just come in here, so I assume so. What do you need, Ottomans? We're in the war of you.
Yes, and I need to inform you, because of our friendship, that the Russian make an offer for the province of Kars, that we are inclined to.
God damn it.
Oh, okay.
I got Crete, so it's fine, I guess, but that's annoying. Go on.
Yeah, to in exchange for state of Kars, the Ottoman will have a defensive pact with the Russian and a sum of $500,000 of money. And so we want to inform you, because we don't want you to think that we prefer the side of Russia, but Russia will be a second toward our interest and our friendship with Britain.
Oh, we're just happy
Oh.
to see that you won't be fighting, so that's acceptable to us.
I don't need to speak to you anymore, Ottomans. It was just about the war with Egypt, but they backed in, so.
Yes, that's really annoying.
As I said, you're of course willing to pursue whatever you like, and we're glad that there will not be conflict with the Russians. We are on a neutral footing with them right now as well, so it's fine by us.
Then I'm really pleased by that. That's what we will only want you to have to inform you.
We appreciate the
Okay,
concerns, so we did not make any unfounded assumptions.
Then for our next day.
Very well.
Very well.
Holy shit, are things actually going to be, like, a little peaceful for a while in this game? That'd be wonderful. I don't think so. Something will happen, but we have a chance here to just develop a bit. I thought, I remember playing Call of Duty 4 and thinking it was amazingly realistic. I remember playing Black Ops 1 and being like, whoa, this is next generation. Now I remember going back on it recently and I was like, whoa, these graphics suck, dude. Wild. What gives you points for promoting scientists? You can just hover over it. Universities, literacy rates, having a lot of academics in your country, education institutions, intelligentsia having approval rating that's high, publishing, or promoting a specific type of scientist, etc. So, yeah, just hover over it and start trying to fill all the ones you can. I don't worry about min-maxing those too much. I just kind of let it happen. Just going through and making sure I haven't missed anything too major. I have a habit of doing that. We're fine. Might be able to send an archaeological team to Egypt now, though. Except I think I already sent them on something. We need to liberate more of those artifacts in the Valley of the Kings, you know? It's free real estate. That would have been such an interesting time as like the Victorian era to go to Egypt, and when you could like literally buy legit, I mean there were a lot of fakes even then, but legit like mummies and artifacts and stuff like that. Like, setting aside the morality of that, that would be pretty cool. Or, you know, if you're a British person, some like lovely just street vendors for good snacks like mummies. That was a thing. Oof. Gigantic fire. We're gonna try and relieve that. Aida came out. Nice.
Hello, I am an ambassador. Are you here?
Hello there.
Hello. I am an ambassador of Chancellor Lucas Fabarius of the German Empire, and I would wish to talk to you upon the current state of French affairs. As you may be aware of, they have recently decided they would claim the regions across the Rhine River as their so-called natural borders. Of course, this is worrying to us, and as they have not pursued this directly since the time of Napoleon, and we would wish to hear the German perspective on this, of course. Not the German, the British.
We have withdrawn our promise of the past to maintain the balance in Europe, and we'll stay out of it.
This is concerning.
It is. But we've made this very clear in the past, and we intend to stand by it. So we matters in Europe are no longer something that we care for. Unless a great superpower intends to conquer all of Europe again, we will stay out of European affairs.
This is the first step. This is the first step. A French expansion into the Rhine would grant them major gains from in resources, in economy, in everything. This is unacceptable for them to do. They claim to us that it is just the press, but however we see this as a direct affront. We are worried of French republicanism becoming more similar to Napoleonic.
We have sympathy for you, and we understand this is a hard situation for you and the French. And we will be happy to provide, you know, civilian aid and medical services to citizens disenfranchised and displaced. But we have made clear in the past, and again, I don't think many countries realized what we were saying, but we have withdrawn our desire to maintain the balance of power in Europe, and we will not be involved in this conflict.
This is worrying. We do also wish to apologize if we have offended in the past, causing this, of course.
It's not a matter of offense. The time for discussion for that was then, and it is past. But we have made our policy, and we intend to stand by it. So European conflicts that are not cataclysmic, as they certainly are not right now, are not our affairs. So we will do our best to provide food to the nations at war, medical services to those disenfranchised with the Red Cross services, but we will not be involved.
Interesting. Well then I would wish you a good day, unless you have anything you would be willing to talk to us about.
Oh, nothing as it pertains to this. We wish you the best of luck, and hope that conflict need not arise.
Of course.
The British Museum hungers for more mummies? True. Will we ever see the British fight the French again in the future? Yeah, but for colonies. I'm not getting involved in European affairs after that conference we had a while back. We'll let them all burn. Colonially is where we're gonna fight wars. So if other powers try and contend us or things like that, we'll get involved colonially. The UK needs more mummy brown paint. The fuck is mummy brown paint? Sounds incredibly cursed. I'm gonna sell so many guns to the fucking French and Germans.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
The Imperial ambassador from Japan.
Ah, you've traveled a long way. A long way. We don't often get Japanese individuals here in the King City. What can I do for you?
Hello.
Can you hear me? I'm talking, and my mic is lighting up, so it's on your end. Canada seems quiet at the moment. Yeah, they're plotting or doing research, apparently. He might be writing research papers. As long as it's not about why the Canadians should get independence, I don't mind. Preparing to colonize Europe? I'd love to see them try. That would be pretty funny. I mean, you gotta be careful. The Canadians, like, when they actually fight wars, they get a little sus, I'm not gonna lie. They get a little war crimey over there. They don't fuck around. They get themselves put on lists for The Hague. A lot of similarities between the Canadians and the Japanese in that way. They take warfare a little too seriously. Way too seriously. Way too seriously. Court has ordered the removal of a sexually explicit obscene passages from a romance novel published by a Lancashire publisher because they were too explicit and obscene. Apparently, we're not allowed to publish 50 shades of labor abuses in our country, so, oh well. Dr. Somerset, I presume. Their arrival to a village by the riverside, one of its inhabitants quickly runs to the expedition, mumbling something about one of their kind. Cool, we found Dr. Somerset, whoever the hell that is. Revive the 13 colonies would be funny. A little bit. We got a player in the US. I was thinking about it, but he's gonna do his thing. He still hasn't won the war in Mexico, which is kind of hilarious, unless this is a new war. I hope it's a new war for his sake. I'm gonna start speeding up our colonization as well.
Just letting you know, Hamu.
Yes.
The Cologne Cathedral, I finished the third part of it, and it didn't build.
Is there, check your journal for like all the grayed out ones. Is there another tech one you're gonna need?
West facade and towers. I needed elevators. Shit.
There you go.
I need elevator. What even is elevators?
You go into them, and then there's a pulley system that will pull you up like on top of a building.
No, I know what an elevator is.
You press a button usually as well, and there's like this really bad music that plays, and then you get really stressed because there's other people in there and no one's saying anything, and it's like, what the fuck, guys? Come on.
Hamu?
Yeah, what's up?
I meant, where is it in the tech tree?
Oh, let me look.
Oh, I can see it. It's a tech
Production.
4?
Yeah, it takes a while to get to.
It's society.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Society Tech 4.
There you go. Yep, you gotta get to that one.
Ugh, fuck me. What's your construction at, by the way?
540.
Okay, you're just behind Austria then.
What are you at?
I'm at 615. The AI in charge of the Swiss revolt decided to delete a bunch of my
Yep, that'll
a couple
happen.
of my,
They really need to fix revolts, because, like, right now, when they revolt, the AI just
Mhm.
butchers your shit.
Oh, 100%. I see you're speeding up your colonization, huh?
Yes, indeed. Hold on. Did the British Raj just side with the...
No way. They did. Oh no. Good luck, Hammer.
What the fuck? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to apologize for what you're about to witness. I normally like to play these games in a very reasonable manner, but sometimes certain subjects start to get ideas about certain things that they don't deserve or need or are gonna get in any way, and they fuck around. And I'm unfortunately about to have to make them find out. So you're gonna see some images and some events that may be a little distressing. But I will promise you one thing. They are deserved. So let me say that before I do anything too drastic. They are deserved. No idea why Amon's in the rush, but it is. Home and second. All right, we're gonna put down the rush. We're gonna put down the end. It's pretty hard here. Who the fuck is the governor? Herbert Hanbury Tracy. You will be executed at the end of this war, by the way. You're not gonna last. I'm gonna reduce their autonomy after the war too. So yeah, the Raj just sided with this like random Central African tribe we're currently invading. Ooh, that's not the right button. We almost have rifles free as well. I don't know. I think the Raj is probably just gonna get murdered here. That's gonna be a little rough. You had a chance, find and listen to the song When Canada Rules the World. What the hell is that? You will spare the civilians, right? They'll be fine, probably. Pay up, bitch. You don't get your taxes reduced if you're acting like this. No, 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 no. What's Mexico and America and Australia doing on the map at the moment? America just beat the shit out of the Mexicans a couple times, and they're about to go after the Confederates. And the Australians are just federalizing and colonizing the rest of the inner territories. We arrived at a missionary camp, finding there the food and rest we had been craving. The lack of ailments during our journey has tempted Amanda to request a division of the expedition. No. Must have mutual funds. That'll be huge, especially since we might get laissez-faire in just a moment. If we get mutual funds and laissez-faire like at the same time, oh boy, free market capitalism about to blow the fuck up out of our economy. There's nothing I respect less than an uppity vassal who doesn't know their fucking place, man. Ah, shit, we failed the expedition. Oh. We need our admirals and generals back for this war anyway. Actually low on convoys again. Jesus. We're coming, Habibi! Hold! Mutual fund W. Where's my financial hubs? Yeah, there we go. Publicly traded fat W. We are gonna work next on Rotary valve would be nice, but we don't really need it quite yet. Shift work is huge. We're gonna get that. So, standards of scale basically just increases the throughput bonus by an additional 20%. So if you got a lot of the same factories, especially ones like steel factories all in one province, which you should, it'll make them produce even more. Increase their profitability. It's lovely. All right, boys. Why do you have no morale? Why do you have no fucking morale? Where's all my morale? That's really bad. Wait. It's the org. Oh, probably because they're traveling on sea. I hope. Hopefully. There we go. He's got some work. Arrogant, cautious, offensive planner. That's acceptable. Our balloonist has died yet again. There we go. Why is our offense lower? That is very strange. Low org. Huh. Low org. Why the fuck is there low org? Military formation organization gain minimum value. Due to low organization. Well, we're winning the battle, so that's all that matters, I guess. Despite having lower offensive stats, that's no idea. There's a mod I found actually that will do like, you can have a button, you can start automating trade, which I think should probably be in the base game. I don't think you should be required to just do all the trading yourself. One of the good features of Victoria 2 is that they actually did have a button that would let the AI, like for your country, just handle trade. And for me, when I first started Vic 2 and later on when I just didn't want to micromanage it, it was such a nice feature. And Vic 3 really needs to have that added. I think they don't add it because the trade for the AI is just so inefficient. And I think they know if they did it, players would know how bad it is and they'd want it to be improved, which they don't want to do, but that really needs to be added to the game. Suez is probably around 2 years away. Get us another balloonist before he dies horribly here. Anything I am forgetting to do? I don't think so. We are taking on a lot of debt there, so I'm going to raise taxes for this war. Form a new government as well. Just the Tories in charge right now. We have won the conflict in Buganda, and now we just need to win the war in the Raj, which apparently, again, is a thing. No idea why they decided to go against us. I guess they're kind of trying to use this for independence. Did they even take that as a war goal? Yeah, increase their autonomy. That's what they're trying to do here. But that is some traitorous ass bullshit. So we are going to crack down very hard after this war. Very hard indeed. Ironically enough, they're still actually in our market during this war, so trade is not disrupted, which is nice. But very odd. Low org in the 4th.
Hello. Okay.
Hello there.
Hold on. Hello, this is a Russian representative, a Japanese representative, and a Portuguese representative wishing to talk to Great Britain about the situation in China.
Yes, rather. It's a very sordid state over there. What about it?
Japan, if you would like to.
Yes, absolutely. The Japanese are wanting to pacify the situation in China, and as such, we think that having tributary control over Yue would help reestablish peace in the area, especially in the UN revolt.
So what Japan is kind of saying is that if you have any problem with Japan getting UA as a tributary, because you do have a treaty for them, and we
Yeah,
just don't
well, I mean,
want
the thing is, you understand, of course, is that if you take a protectorate in UA, the Empire will immediately start to take territory of her own in China, as well as other European states. You're aware that you will cause that to begin, yes?
problem is that
Well,
we already
that
have.
has already begun with
Yeah.
Germany.
With what?
taking over,
Germany
Yeah, they took over Manchuria.
Oh, we didn't see that.
And
Yeah,
British.
that's a big concern.
The British have Tibet. We have taken Mongolia and Tanatuva. This had already begun. So Japan is just wanting to take their share.
Yes. In that case, we're going to be vassling all the middle regions as well. We are going to retain the Hong Kong Treaty port, though. You will not touch that under any circumstance.
obviously. But by the middle provinces, you mean like the Dancheng revolt?
Everything north of you and south of Shandong, we would take all that.
Everything north.
Everything north of you, yes, and south of Shandong.
Before we make claims, Britain, this needs a
No. You're starting this event without doing an initial conference, so we're going to start to move quickly. We're just making you aware of what we're going to start to take immediately.
What about the let's say Dancheng, like the currently non-revolutionary part of it?
We also have concerns in other.
This is just discussing that you have any problem with Japan.
No, it's not. But you're opening the door for this to begin. So we don't have a problem, but we're also making you aware of what we're gonna do now as well.
It has already begun. It has already begun.
Yeah,
sure.
It has. All right, then in that case, I think this is settled for now.
Very well.
Thank you very much.
Very well.
Do we call the conference or just later?
You can call it at any point you would like. We're just gonna start taking land and not start with this, so it's up to you guys.
I don't know how to call it.
Wait a second.
I don't know how to call. Wait, I'm gonna ask Yado.
Yeah, China exploded 2 sessions ago, folks.
We would like to call a European conference. Can you start it, Britain? I don't know how to start it.
Yes, can do. We're gonna go on speed 1 as well. We'll wait for everybody to get in here, and then I'm going to call all the great powers onto the stage.
Why am I invited to talk?
Because you're Austria.
Oh.
We've got to invite the duck to talk.
I'm getting wait. Oh, the revolution disappeared.
All right, Ozamate, you called the conference, so you get to speak first.
Yes, Portugal and Germany also. Hold on. How do I get this? Can you invite Germany and Portugal as well?
I've invited Germany. Invite Portugal, but as a minor power, Portugal only really speak if you're called on to speak.
Yeah, they have a treaty port. That's why.
Yeah.
I presume this is over the state of China.
I believe so.
Yes. We have called this conference because we have seen that China is very much unstable, has been unstable for many years. So we would just like to call a conference to discuss this between Europeans on the state of China. Not particularly a partition, but a discussion of China.
Of course.
We would like to discuss that because this is so many people that we're discussing, that everyone gets a say from the majors, of course, and Portugal because they have a treaty partner. This is important. This is an important matter. If anyone would like to start, you can.
Well, you called the meeting. I believe it is. I believe it is. It should be the case that Russia, who calls the meeting, should be the one who leads it.
Agreed. This is your matter, and we'll follow your lead.
Well, we would just like to say that already the influencing of China has already begun, as Germany has gotten Manchuria, British have gotten Tibet, and the Russians, we have gotten Mongolia and Tanakura. We would just like to say that, of course, many regions of China are ungovernable under foreign rule. So if an agreement can be made that the highly populated parts of China are not to be ruled by puppets, just influence, is very much.
What are you saying? Are you saying you would not like to see puppets, or are you saying you would not like to see conquering of China? We would like to state that our protector of Manchuria is well founded, and they requested it to us. And whilst we benefit, they requested it to us, and it is there, and hence it is completely legal.
Britain would like to note as well that we've been asked to intervene in all of the other Chinese central states as well by people in those countries. So ours are completely legitimate as well. We just want to point that out to her.
Of course.
And also our situation of Portugal in UA.
We have also agreed with the powers on Japan, and most of the powers don't oppose Russia getting, well, the non-populated regions of China, because it's easy to govern.
What do you count as the non-populated regions of China? I would ask, because any further than just the northwest would be disagreeable to us, of course.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That the highly populated states of China cannot be partitioned, but the other states that have the governable, well, status could be. Japan also have claimed Korea, so maybe we could do a conference for the partition of the Chinese states that are not highly populated.
Right. So what would be the Russian claims then?
We would claim, of course, Tantu and the Mongolian parts, and Kyrgyzstan, Ili, and probably that's it.
Zilly, you will not be touching.
What? No, Ili.
Ili. Ili, not Zilly.
To make the British position here clear, we are completely disinterested in a meeting like this. We'll participate if required, but we find this whole state of affairs to be absolutely pitiful, and the balance of power a long gone conclusion. So Britain will just be approaching the situation as it is now, and taking puppet states in the central coastal region of China. We also would like to state for the Japanese puppet state in you, it will be releasing Fujian, or else you will have major problems with the British Empire, so we'll give you a year to release that state.
We would agree to this. Japan, what would you say to this?
Is he up here? Oh, he's up here. Is there anything else? All right. Well, we're ending the conference then.
Japan can't speak.
During your
apparently.
Portuguese business is also mainly new in the chain in their region, so
I guess this conference is over now.
Yeah, it's been some pretty unproductive great powers in this game so far, so we're just going to take it as it is, which is like basically a collapse of the international order to the point that states are just doing what they want. So we're going to do what we want to. I'm just going to start taking puppets in the Chinese coastal region. And the Japanese are going to fuck right off out of Fujian, or we're going to go to war with them. So we'll let them decide their course of action on that.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I just couldn't talk during the
no worries.
the conference. Okay, so you want me to release Fujian? I'm sorry, I wasn't hearing properly as well.
Yeah, Fujian. I'm fine with you puppeting the U region, which you did. Fujian is not included in that, so you're going to release that or send that to us.
Can I just release that as an independent nation?
Oh, you can if you'd like. And we want to say we're fine with the U, but we don't see any other region for a state like Japan to be getting any more territory on mainland China at this point. So we think that you should find contentment in what you have and pursue your other courses of action.
We do, except regarding for Northern Korea, which we still believe is rightfully part of
That's
Japan.
between you and the Germans.
Exactly. I will be releasing the state of Fujian.
Wonderful. Then we are in harmony in Asia. That's good to see.
Perfect. Thank you very much, sir.
Very well. Japanese are getting pretty hungry there for territory.
Well, obviously we are. We can't. I mean, if we wait too much, nothing will be left.
That's true. I will remind you, you have a 15 million GDP, so don't get too cocky.
I'm not.
Good.
I was hoping this would go a bit less. Would go a bit under the radar.
I mean, that's what the Germans did, but
exactly, and they took like.
Which I don't like this from a gameplay perspective. All this shit would be known by the governments. If you're just like trying to do things behind players' backs, it's kind of scummy. But I don't care. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Can we do like something that this conference gets forgotten? So maybe the colonization of China doesn't happen.
There was no conference. It was a complete failure. No one cooperated or agreed on anything. Like what? So it's yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why we call the conference. He either said to call the conference, but don't support the colonization of China. So I don't know. But
their loss.
Hey, by the way, Russia, sorry I couldn't speak during the conference. What's going on?
He didn't bring his translator, so there was just a man yelling angrily in Japanese, and it was
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
weird, to be honest. So he was asked to leave.
How do I just like give independence to one state? Is that even possible?
Yeah, go to diplomacy, go to release subjects, and look to see if it's there. If it's not, I'll just save edit it.
Tiago said that he wants, I assume next session when he's back, another conference, but until then he doesn't support any colonization of China. So I don't know.
Very well.
Maybe Japan and Britain can stop their colonial affairs.
Like, they could, but we're not going
We
to.
will definitely. Yeah, Japan is not going.
We will remind you that it is a German vassal on your border in Manchuria that you should look to before you start to critique the affairs of the British and the Japanese.
We don't support the Germans owning Manchuria. We support.
Maybe you should do something about that, Ambassador. Maybe you should look to your own regions first. The British Navy will maintain the sovereignty of our citizens to pursue a colonial policy where we see fit, and that includes China. We have no intent to get left behind in that region.
Well, nobody started. Okay, I don't know.
If you want to do something about it, you are welcome to, but we will not be changing our course of action here.
So, if you colonize Asia, there will be consequences.
We look forward to them.
Already started.
We look forward to them.
And we is currently being attacked.
Japan, might I have a moment to speak with you in private when the Russian ambassador leaves as well?
We support a Korean claim on Japan. That's all we support for Japan. Anyways, goodbye.
Very well. It seems that the British and the Japanese have a talk I did not expect to have today. It is quite needed. We've kind of, I'm going to be frank with you, more or less ignored your nation, as our interests in Asia have been more of the southern variant rather than the northern. But given the current situation in China...
Our nation has gone out of isolationist at the very beginning of this session. So
that's good to see. We're glad to see that you're willing to talk with foreigners.
I am.
We're
the
not...
relations between our nations are pretty poor as of now.
They are for us too. We don't think much of you, but you're becoming more relevant for us, I guess, now. We don't want anything close to cooperation with you, but we would perhaps suggest a simple joint, behind closed doors, declaration to support each other's colonial interests in China. Nothing more, nothing less, no strings tied, just a statement to one another.
Sure, but more specifically, what would that entail? I mean, you're
nothing specific.
All of central China.
We are, but it's just more the idea that we stand together in supporting colonial rights of foreign countries in China as a general rule. Nothing, no agreement to go to war, nothing like that. Just a statement that we're going to pursue the same objective together.
To be honest, I think whatever the Europeans will want to do, there's not so much I can do about it for now.
Yes,
so,
but there's a lot we can do about it, right? Or I don't mean we as in you and me, but
I know.
we the
What
British
I mean is
Empire,
that
right?
I don't think I'm in a position anyway to tell you that you're not allowed to colonize China.
No, nor do you have the ability to.
I will sign this agreement with you.
This is more like, given that we've seen some hostility here, particularly from the Russians, there's going to be some probably escalations in the future. I want to make sure that both our nations are aware we're on the same page of what we both want here. So,
I think we are.
Good. All right, wonderful. Well, if there's nothing else, Ambassador, we wish you the best of luck. And you.
Thank you very much, sir. And I will talk to you soon.
Very well. Right, so Asia's just a complete shit show at this point. We're still putting down the Raj as well right now. They've been a little hard to deal with, but there's just so many that we were at the end of that at least. Got so many wars going on at the same time. Where's Buganda at? Oh, okay. They rose up here. Again, great. Do I have any, like, small detachments of soldiers to use? When the third is done with the conquests in China, we're going to send them to Buganda to finish that war. That's what we'll do here. I need a couple more just, like, smaller groups of soldiers for maneuvering around these little border conflict wars. What just happened? Basically, China's going to start, like, partitioned up into a bunch of little puppet states is what's happening right now. That's the short and narrow of it. So the Japanese are puppeting Yue. The Germans have already puppeted Manchuria. We're going to puppet, like, Zili and Anhui, everything in Shandong south of Shandong. And I presume the Russians are going to encroach in the west. Yeah, they already are. They're going to Uyghuristan. What's the war? The Raj is done. What's up, Soul? How are you doing? Soul, I know you've been to at least one other, I believe. Remember, right? Hope you're doing well. I may need to go grab some more coffee, folks. I don't know why I'm tired today. Actually, I do know why I'm tired today. I worked out really long last night. Dude, I can lift weights for like 2 hours straight and feel great and have great energy the next day. But whenever I've always done cardio, I'm always just like tired after. Probably because I've never been in like top tier cardio shape. I've been in good shape, but never like good shape. Because I hate cardio.
Hello again.
Hello.
This is Japan. Just to let you know, I can't actually grant.
I'll save edit it.
The north. Yeah. Because it's the capital state, so.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Enjoy UA.
Thank you very much. Enjoy Anhui. Oh, by the way, it's my first time playing as Japan. Do you know like how I can get recognition?
You have to start a play against a great power and fuck them up essentially.
Yeah, but there's like a mission to earn recognition.
There
like
is. It's been a while.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't remember how.
I'll have to.
You might want to ask some of the other players. They might know better.
Yeah. No, but maybe Manchuria might be the play where
I think you have to take like historic borders and shit like that. Yeah. You're gonna have to fight the Germans and maybe the Russians is what that is. So
I can ask. Well, we'll see about the Russians. But, maybe.
Oh, BB Stalin, help me.
Your best of friends. All right. I'll see. I can do it.
Best of luck.
Thanks, man.
I go grab some more water. I'll be right back, folks. Never watched Victoria's stuff before, only CK3. Victory is a lot of fun, depending on where you're at in the game, stuff like that. But I'll be right back. One moment.
Your Highness. Oh, damn.
Alrighty, I'm back. Okay, we got laissez-faire. Lovely. Very nice. I've been chewing through the VODs for Apps Tour series. It's been fun. Glad you're enjoying them. Where are you at right now? I need to rewatch those at some point. Establish a new company. Nice. What are we going to do for that? We'll go for... birth rate. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. British food increases birth rate. I don't know about that one, but free pops are free pops, so we'll take that. Someone tried to talk to you when you were away. Ah, fuck. Okay. He'll probably be back, so. All good. Hopefully. All right, we took Ennui to get the rest of these other provinces. Can we go to war for that? No, we'll probably have to finish our war with the Raj and then Buganda, which apparently we have to navally invade now. That's lovely. Where are you at? Navally invade Buganda. With our big navy, because all our admirals have fucked off, apparently. Yeah, Russia's terrifying, but none of the other great powers have given a fuck about what they're doing, so... I mean, what are you gonna do? We were the only country so far that's even tried to contend the Russians, which is absolutely hilarious and so unrealistic. But it is what it is, so we'll kind of go with the flow. I'm still in a CK3 part. Queen Kipriana went through full power and her grandfather died. Yeah, when we murdered all the French royal family. Hello, Governor. What can I do for you?
Oh, yes. We have quite a bit to talk about.
Your mic is incredibly quiet. Can you turn it up?
I'm trying. I'm trying my best.
There we go. That's a bit better. Yes. So what would you like to discuss?
Well, first off, I wanted to announce that we have finished building an enormous statue in the King's honor in the capital in Ontario.
Oh my, that's does he have a good likeness? Does it look good?
It looks great, if I do say so myself. Truly shows how much superior Canadian.
A striking figure. I do hope that his pants have quite the acceptable largeness of the king.
Of course.
Good.
We have all taken that into account.
And detail matters. Detail matters. That's wonderful. Anything else, Governor?
Yes. The main point I wanted to address is certain groups of people in my country have started to put the government back in question.
Traitors?
Oh, traitors, yes. They're not really happy with what's
Americans.
happening right now. Probably. So I thought maybe it could help if I would have a
Governor, I can't. Let me put this as simple as possible. Tell us who to kill or kidnap, and it will be dealt with.
Well, it's the industrialists aren't very happy. They're not very happy with, the idea of voting rights.
They don't need them.
Don't need them. That is true. The rest of the population does really want to have them, so kind of a catch-22 if you understand.
Governor, what would you like to do here? Do you think that they need voting rights, or do we need to do it the old-fashioned way?
I think that the people deserve their voting rights.
Hey, you're not talking anything crazy here, like, well, obviously, wealthier gentlemen, of course. Or do you mean the poorest too?
Of course, yes. Equal rights for every man. Not for women though. Not.
I like that. I like that. Let me start by saying I like that. We're not getting too radical here. My wife cooks and cleans. She doesn't have any political opinions. Well, sometimes she talks about it. I don't let her do that. Of course. I mean, my God, we're not the French, Jesus. But back to what you're saying. The poors don't need a vote, do they? Come on now, man. Be reasonable.
I mean, The middle class do.
The upper middle class. I mean, the lower middle class is basically just poors as well.
While you might be right on a certain point, I do believe that the free choice of the people is
overrated. Couldn't agree more. Are you asking for our permission to pass something absurd like universal suffrage, sir?
No, not at all. We just wanted a more affirmation of our government. Maybe that'll
In what form?
calm the radicals down a bit.
Oh, let me look over my papers here. See, as I say, we've reduced your taxes. Yes. Let's see here. What were you looking for here in terms of policy from Westminster?
Would have been a solid. Hang on, I'm gonna. This is not gonna take too long. A support of the regime, if that could be possible.
What regime? I currently have negative 550 diplomatic influence here. Let me see if I can. Look around.
I sent you a request. Does that work?
Oh Jesus, I can go even more in the red. Sure. Why not?
Thank you, Your Highness.
You're quite welcome. But let me be clear in the Crown's opinion here. The poors don't need a right to vote, so let's make sure that we remember that. We let you do mostly what you want, but nothing too absurd, yes?
Of course. Yes, nothing absurd.
Wonderful. A good man. A reasonable man. News from the colonies. The Raj has been put down. Governor, did you hear about that silly business with the Raj getting uppity over some goddamn Central African tribes?
Of course, we heard about it.
Ah!
We have sent some of our finest troops there.
Gave me quite a laugh. Quite a little tickle with my smoking buddies. It's been a rather interesting war, if you could call it, mainly just the indiscriminate slaughter of militiamen in the Indian subcontinent, but a good outdoors exercise for the troops, I suppose.
Of course. Personally, I, as the governor, see no particular reason why anyone would want to revolt.
That's
and
absurd.
use the crown.
Absurd.
The singular best monarchy in the entire world.
Now that's why you get your governor post, Governor. Well deserved, sir. A loyalist.
Well, thank you very much.
I do have one question.
Yes.
What the fuck is going on with your hat, sir? Did you just graduate from Oxford today, or why are you walking around carrying that silly thing?
Well, it's to, promote the universities that we have also just opened in Canada, of course. The Ontarian universities are some of the best in the world, I'll have you know.
You don't teach French, do you?
Oh, no, not in Ontario.
Good.
This is for the
no universities over in Canada should be teaching French, just to make the government stance on that very clear, sir.
I understand. After all,
hopefully not French.
No, French is for the barbarians in Quebec, of course.
Good man.
No one else.
Well, it's a strange a choice of attire, sir. I prefer a nice British cap myself, but to each their own. The colonies are always rather eccentric, I suppose. Anything else I could do for you, sir? In His Majesty's city.
No, not yet. Well, no, actually, there was another announcement I wanted to make.
Very well.
We will soon be opening our very first power plants in Quebec.
Congratulations.
Machines powered by electricity. The very power of lightning in the palm of our hands. I don't think it's ever been done before.
I don't think we have it. That's for certain.
No, actually, no one else has it.
Did you rush fucking electricity?
Yes, I
Jesus,
did.
dude. Fuck. The Canadian Nikola Tesla's like, bitch, I got there first.
Okay, but like it's actually really funny because when I was playing Great Britain, I just came back and like the AI has been pumping so much shit into electricity that I just decided to go along with it.
That is hilarious. Oh man. Fuck,
So yeah,
okay.
quite the achievement.
Yeah, no kidding, indeed. Congratulations, they're in order. We'll need to get some of that technology set up in London proper.
Absolutely, it's well quite revolutionary if I do say so myself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But with that out of the way, that is all I wanted to talk about.
A pleasure, Governor.
So,
True loyal servants of the Empire are always welcome in London. I wish you safe travels back home, and if you like, I would offer to buy you a new hat before you leave as well. It's up to you, though.
I would very much appreciate.
Wonderful.
Yes.
We'll go shopping. I'll
Long
get
live the king.
my wife to send over a servant and have it brought to your ship, or not.
That would be fantastic.
Good men. Well, fare thee well for now.
Farewell, and long live the king.
Long live the king. All right, so we beat the Raj pretty badly here. Very badly. So let me see if we can go to Egypt. We can. Beautiful. Do another big expedition to Egypt. And then I am going to do more geological research. I think we're good. But yeah, we beat the Raj back. We took concessions out of them. We banned slavery. We are getting money from them now as well. A few other things like that. I still can't believe the Raj did that and revolted against us, but regardless, we have dealt with it. The uprising of Buganda we're putting down right now, and then we'll be able to start a new war. I'm going to keep taking puppets in central China. We'll continue from there. The Canadian maple tree makes a wonderful lightning rod, it seems. I guess so. I guess Benjamin Franklin settled a little north. The fuck are the Russians up to? Oh, okay. Taking more land. Our expedition to Curacao has returned with a number of specimens, research completed, and lots of prestige. It is strongly advised to recruit a military attaché for the archaeological expedition. We'll send Prince George. Said I have to leave for work in 20 minutes. Closing shift. That is brutal. Good luck. Hope it goes well for you. Don't suffer too much. More textiles. Home countries are out of infrastructure. Build a couple more railways there. Just to make sure we're good. Max out the ports as well. We need some more ports in general. We're actually running out of convoys on these routes. And then I am going to max out our textiles. We'll just go pure economy of scale here. A group of artists from our academy has expressed an interest in participating in the upcoming archaeological expedition. Sure. Ugandan conflict is over. The tradition of stating what those barbarians can't properly take care of. Why lock these historical treasures in dusty tombs? True. I will say there is some truth to that. I don't mean in the racist sense, I mean in like the national wealth and ability to like actually appoint non-corrupt leaders sense, right? Like, I understand why people are angry about museums like having stolen like artifacts and how poorly they did treat them in the past. I will say, currently, for a museum like the British Museum to own an artifact is probably the safest it's gonna be. A lot of countries, I won't name names, but some of them are pretty obvious, do not treat their artifacts well, appoint corrupt people at the government level to oversee them, and 3, just straight up sell them for money for private individuals. So I understand the desire of countries to get back their artifacts, and if they're well run and not corrupt, I absolutely support it. A lot aren't, and I don't support them getting back their artifacts. That's a pretty, I don't tend to say that a lot, because it can get me in hot water and people get angry, but it's true. I've seen some of these museums in countries that don't have a lot of wealth or are poorly run, right? They're not well kept. They're not. And it's not like the people of the country themselves really are the ones who own them and get to make decisions on them. It's the government, and the government is not the country. So, unpopular opinion, but I'll say it. You need to back the fuck off of Sichuan. Russia's just like going straight in. All right. All right, we're gonna also full send here. So be it. So be it. No more Egypt? How do you mean? I mean, it's silly that how many British managed to get a hold of to begin with. They got very good at yoinking seemingly important things from other countries. Yeah, well, you gotta remember, like, the leadership of many of the countries they stole artifacts from at the time could not give a fuck. Like, you could literally show up at, like, the Parthenon when the British, like, took the pieces of it and just, like, start breaking things and no one would be there to stop you. A lot of countries, until very recently, did not take care of their artifacts and historical, you know, sites and stuff like that. Even to this day, they don't. Like, a great example of that is the country of Iraq. Iraq has so many beautiful, incredibly fascinating, important historical sites with all the many ancient, you know, cultures and civilizations that ruled there, and they're not maintained or taken care of. You can show up and just steal things, and it does. There's no consequences, essentially, right? So, a lot of countries just don't take good care of their stuff. And I'm not saying, oh, how dare they? It's like that they've got other priorities. A, they're probably not that well run for 101 reasons. And B, like, they have other needs they need to put money to. So it's understandable. It is only wealthy countries like Britain that have the money and therefore kind of purview and ability to put lots of resources into things like that. That's my take on it, at least. So I don't think it's a bad thing if groups like the British Museum keep a hold of them. I would hope that one day all of these countries will be very developed and fairly well run, and at that point, yeah, they need to be given their fucking shit back for their museums, obviously, but that day's not come yet. That's kind of elitist, but it's... I care more about artifacts being preserved and well maintained than about a country's national patriotism demanding them to be back. I just don't care about that very much. So, anyway. You need to form an anti-Russian coalition, holy shit. It'd be nice. It would be nice. But all the other players kind of just don't care about Russia, so we're doing what we can here. We'll need a new commander here. Wentworth Levinson Gower, a cruel offensive planner. Yes, please. We'll get interpreters for our expedition. I wish I could join games like this, but I haven't ever done an RP multiplayer game on PureX before. It doesn't matter. Don't let that dissuade you from playing in them. The one we're playing in right now is just so, like, low-key and chill, dude. It's no problem at all. I'm very bad at CK3, but I have no idea what I do wrong. All these Paradox games, you need to know like 100 things to even like remotely run a country well, so it's rough. I think the next multiplayer game we're going to do after this in the server, I think Faye's going to run a Princes of Darkness multiplayer game for CK3, which if I have time, I'll also definitely play in because it sounds fun. Nope.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. We're gonna ask you kindly to step down in Xiongming.
Why is that?
Because Southeast Asia is a dominion we do not wish to see other countries further involved in.
I see you're very much involved in China already.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I don't believe
You have already
Need
taken
to
Siam as a
admit-
puppet, and we see no reason for you, a nation like yourself, to get any further territories in Southeast Asia. So we will ask you to go ahead and stand down there. We're happy to support your continued maintenance of Siam. We also don't mind if you go a little south and grab Cambodia, because that's kind of within that region. But the rest of it, we will need you to leave alone.
I was hoping to get Cambodia out of this world, but they haven't joined. More than Chiang Mai, but if I back down now, I'll have to pay reparations to Chiang Mai.
If you want to end the war and then transfer that territory to the Raj, that'd be acceptable.
I'll accept.
Very well. I know I'm being a bit of a bully, but we're Britain. Like, that's how you should play them. That's what they were. They are a villainous bully of the 1800s. So, what's with the U.S. flag? They are a autocratic nation. America lost the Civil War, so the Confederates got independence, and America like centralized under the player into like an autocratic like leader. Herman Melville, who's an author as well. So, kind of interesting. World of Darkness setting is really cool. I have a busy months and a half ahead of me, but after that, if you guys are doing anything like that, I'll love to join. Yeah, sure, definitely. I don't know if we'll keep them going or not. We'll see. But if Faye keeps running things, definitely, yeah. He did write Moby Dick. I think he wrote that's Jules Verne. Never mind. He wrote Moby Dick though. Oh, USA is about to go to war with Spain. I'm gonna remind him that he can't take shit though, because the player's subbing for someone else today.
My frontier.
We're coming, bud.
Yo, really quickly, I see that America, you're gonna be in a war with Spain. Just a reminder, don't touch any of their stuff because that player's subbing for Russia.
Yes,
Yeah,
no, it's the unification of Italy is happening.
Yeah.
Cool. That's good.
It's
Isn't that what America is anyway? Did others get involved? No, no one got involved in the Civil War in America. It was the player versus the AI Confederates, and the AI Confederates won. So, yeah, that's the current state of things. He's getting his shit together and will probably invade and take them at some point. I don't know when. All right, we're gonna go ahead and puppet Yunan. The war's gonna keep going, I guess, here, frankly, given the Russians and what they're doing. Looks like the Qing's flag, doesn't it? Got the rotary valve. We really need a lot more port buildings here. They took war reps, and then they took the western portion of Sichuan as well. Modern day, like, the Uyghur area. You know, by the way, folks, you know how I know I've played too much fucking strategy games? I came to terms with that the other day. Last week, I got the syllabus for a class I'm taking on like poli-sci in East Asia. Interesting professor, good class, right? And one of the graded assignments, worth like I think 15% of the class grade, is you basically have to show up in class one day. You're given a piece of paper, and you have to draw a map of Asia and like name a bunch of different places and like put them on the map, right? And I was reading through it, and hello, what's up?
Hello, this is a representative of the Russian Tsardom.
Yeah, so what can I do for you?
We have been informed by the Ottoman Empire that you have claimed the region of Eritrea in Ethiopia.
Correct. Not Ethiopia, just Eritrea.
No, that's in Ethiopia. We have claimed.
Oh,
the
not
region of
technically. Eritrea is historically a separate region. But go on.
Well, if you check the declare interest, it's in Ethiopia.
That is a subjective line that we do not acknowledge, but I understand where you're coming from.
So we would just like to ask, what is this about? We have claimed that region.
Correct, but we made a deal with the Ottomans, and we felt that this region, as a part of the deal, was the one that would impact them the least. So it's more a matter of convenience. Yeah. We don't have any desire to continue our other holdings in Ethiopia and that region to the south, but you obviously do not own Eritrea at the moment, and we've made a deal with the Ottomans.
You claim it.
Sure. But claiming doesn't mean you have.
No. Neither does it with you. Just that we have a conflict of interest.
Indeed.
And if you might...
If you'd like to transfer us territory elsewhere, we'd give our claim on it, I suppose, and renegotiate that deal with the Ottomans.
We wouldn't give any territory for it. You have claimed your share in the Barrel Conference. We do not oppose your claims, but this we do oppose because we have claimed it. If you want to get rid of the claim, we would not have any problem with that. But we do have a problem because it does belong. Well, it is a claim of Russia.
Well, we've heard your statement on that, and we're glad that you relayed that message to us.
So we would ask that you revoke your claim on Eritrea. Anywhere else in Egypt is none of our business. Eritrea is the only one that we care about in Egypt.
We'll consider your suggestion.
Well, I'll leave you to consideration. When you would like to, decided, then feel free to come to Moscow about it.
Very well.
We will oppose the claim because we do claim it, but we would like reconciliation with Britain, as we have said. So we would accept if you just get rid of the claim and claim Egypt, something else in Egypt. We do not oppose anything else, just the involvement in Ethiopia.
Very well. As I said, we will consider this.
Goodbye.
Very well. I think the Russians have claimed enough of the planet that losing a piece of territory is not going to be the end of the world for them. So I don't have any intention of giving up that. So how do these games in MP play out? Like, how cutthroat are they? A little bit. It's more like maneuvering and stuff. It's not too bad. Hook up the big boys immediately. No, I've told players basically not to like outright player ruin. Like you basically have to puppet other players, right, instead of just outright annexing them. So it's a little bit chill. But like, there's no protections for you either at the same time. You know, like if you do piss off a player and they come for you, you have to survive. So you will survive in some way, but you don't get to just like automatically be like, oh no, don't conquer me. See that really thin bit of land in Egypt? I think that'll be a nice place for a canal. Oh, you mean like this one, Linsa? Like the one currently being built with 52 weeks to go? Yes, I agree. Very nice place for it. Okay. Task force. Where the fuck are you going? No. You'll go up there. Representing his constituents in the armed forces, Archibald Bramwell has issued a formal petition to the government to pass legal guardianship. Fuck no. He wants us to take away rights from women, which we're not going to do. Fundamental changes in audience tastes due to political, social, and cultural changes in the country have led to a great preference for the literary genre of crime and mystery. Cool. It's been 4 years since we haven't heard anything from the Cooper expedition. The Admiralty therefore has declared that the expedition officially missing. The prevailing belief is that the crew of the ship are trapped in the pack ice. Oh shit. That's the Northwest Passage expedition we sent people on. Oh boy. It's not going well. I know, yeah, we're gonna make the Suez about historically here. She'll be nice. Start trying to remove all the taxes I can here. We're really fucking wealthy, and I'm just trying to make all our citizenry as wealthy as possible here. Oh, Zillia's gonna become a protectorate without fighting. Wonderful. I think would have been zilly of them. Boo! Boo! You remove the T-tax to the standard of living goes from 12.8 to 13.1. Honestly, I figured the jump would have been bigger, to be frank with you, given that Brits spend almost their entire excess income on tea, but oh well. I'm gonna go ahead and build up more construction sectors in a little bit here too. I'm gonna focus more on Africa. What did we get in the claims in the treaty? I'm gonna go ask him. I had a roleplay question. What territories did we get like agreed to be given to us in Africa in the conference?
I mainly asked for southern Africa and the places of Uganda, so the places you're conquering right now are claimed.
Okay, what about Nigeria, like the Niger Delta? Who claimed that?
Yeah, Niger Delta, I also claimed that.
All right, cool. So I can do it like a war for Sokoto, and that's fine.
Yeah, that should be fine.
All right, cool. Any other places?
Any other? I don't think so. No.
Sounds good. Cool. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. Sokoto next. I know for a fact the French are going to get uppity about it, though. They always do. What are our laws looking like? Right now, we have monarchy, landed voting, cultural exclusion, state religion, appointed bureaucrats, professional army, secret police, Laissez-faire. Free trade. Per capita taxation. Tenant farmers. Colonial resettlement. Dedicated police force. Religious schools. Charity hospitals. Child labor is still allowed. Women have property rights, though, which is good, obviously. We lost our Archeal expedition in Egypt. That's not good. Immediately goes after Shiwa. Nice. Them Russians be scurred. Laissez-faire is really good. You get more companies, which is fucking huge. The benefits they get are amazing. You get way more private construction, which is good because the free market is actually fairly efficient in this game, unlike real life. Loan interest rate reduction, so you can run more of a deficit if you need to. And the capitalist investment pool contribution efficiency is insanity. That means capitalists just give more money to your investment pool. It's so good. It really is so good. So, yeah. I'm a big laissez-faire fan myself. Much like communism, it exists in this game in a pure form that is actually like works well, unlike real life. Cool. Yeah, the investment full efficiency, it's not money out of pure air per se. It's, well, it's more like the wealth that your wealthy pops have, which are in excess. More of that, instead of just going into goods or being wasted, will go into your investment pool, is what it does. So, I wouldn't say quite as much. It goes out of thin air. It just gives you a nice bonus. So your wealthy pops are more efficient in putting money into your investment pool, essentially. Instead of, you know, doing silly things like buying Bugattis. They're just investing more. Connacht needs more transportation. You will take Egypt. Likely not. We're going to let the Ottomans take it. The 25% efficiency is more money out of thin air. Is it actually, Mick? Is it just literally like a 1.25% modifier on the money that they are taking from their wealth and then just like adding on money? I would think it would be a more of an efficiency thing. If they do it that way, that's actually Paradox code disgusting bullshit. I haven't looked at the files for it. Oh my god. Paradox. I gave them the benefit of the doubt and assumed they did it in a good way. I didn't know that. Wow. That's fucking lazy. Generalist made a video about it? Okay, that's fucking lazy. We'll do some military text here. I think we're a bit behind on that. Holy shit, we just... yeah, we'll do more construction sectors at this point. Since capitalists still only give 10%, but 25% more gets put into the investment pool without increasing the amount they spend. Fucking spaghetti code, dude. I would bet you all the money in my checking account, which isn't very much, admittedly, but is enough to be a good bet. That one of the Paradox devs were discussing how that feature would be implemented in a meeting. One of them made like a really, edgy joke about, well, capitalism basically does that anyway, and then they all laughed about it and decided not to do anything more with the feature. I would bet money on that. I like the Victoria 3 devs, don't get me wrong, but I would bet you money that happened. You know it did. Mauritania. All these irrelevant ass places. Fucking revolting. Alright. Oh my god, Portugal's invading Spain. Oh no, this is over the Italian unification wars, that's fine. Have a good night, Trucker Near. I'll catch you later. I think they just didn't account for a generalist unquestionable curse for detailed spreadsheets. No, that's just them being fucking lazy with their code. That's all that is. And hoping no one would go look at the code and figure it out, which they know will happen because there's so many modders anyway. Oh, those German colonies in Hammurabae. There's Austrians down there in Namibia. There are Germans in western Nigeria. They sold their lands in Ethiopia to the Russians. Herero land. It's absolutely busted. Yeah, that's fucking dumb. That's just dumb. And apparently we can't send troops to actually fight this war, which is great. So, we might just get stuck in that war. All right, let's go make Sokoto a protectorate. They guaranteed by anyone. The fucking French! I knew it. Bet he added that after he was watching too.
No, they're not invading you, right? No. Oh, they capitulate. Well, guys, you know what to do. Oh, I don't wanna. Oh, damn it! I cannot go to my navy.
France, could we have a moment?
Go to who?
The French. Could we have a moment to speak with you?
Of course.
Hop down and depot 1. So it has been brought to my attention that in the Berlin conference, one of the claims that we had made and was agreed upon by many nations was the Nigerian Delta region, which we have wanted for quite some time.
Agreements made at any conference about lands.
Okay, well,
fell apart.
That's
Russians
fair.
Introduced themselves, said they were taking Ethiopia or something along the lines, and then everything stopped.
I see. Okay, that's fair. Well, in that case, we would like to negotiate with you directly. In that case, given you have already taken huge swaths in Western Africa and Algeria and places like that, though, to be fair, we have obviously the Cape region in the south and are expanding in the east. We did want to obviously expand in the Nigerian Delta, but we're open to like a split perhaps with the French, depending on what you were thinking there.
We have made some claims in that region. I don't think we claimed the entirety of it. Let me take a check at what
Your
the claims
absolutely
were.
bullshit claim map, is that what you're checking?
What do you mean bullshit claim map?
We're like 1/3 of Africa's claimed by you?
No, just a decent land route
Ah.
across Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a big section of the Nigerian Delta that we're not interested in.
Province-wise, which would be the ones that you're claiming?
It would be Sokoto Outer Hazaluland. And Gobia North.
Mm-hmm.
Then it would be Borneo Outer Hazuland and North. Borneo Chad and North. Chad itself. But yeah, no, we deliberately.
So in current Sokoto, it would just be Sokoto Outer Hausaland then, right?
Sokoto Outer Hausaland, and it would be North Cameroon.
We're fine with that. We were currently discussing with our military staff making a protectorate out of Sokoto. If we were successful, we'd be happy just to transfer you those territories.
Okay, we would.
We just want the Central Nile region. So
yeah,
cool.
if that was the case, then yeah, we would.
Cool.
Be okay with.
You just remove your guarantee. We'll do the war, do all the hard fighting, and you'll get those provinces. Simple as that.
I'm good.
All right, cool. Good dealing with you. We wish you the best.
As I said, we were very much workable with.
Oh yeah, no, we figured as much, which is why we approached you and didn't just start the play and
Of course.
fuck around. So, absolutely. Thank you for your time, sir.
And Joe.
All right, there we go. There's some good, proper colonial deal making there. Wonderful. Alrighty, let's subjugate some colonies. Gotta be careful with my wording here. Sacre bleu!
No. I think I need your help.
What can I do for you?
In game wise, again, I'm stuck like in a forever like revolution generation thing. Like
You're Austria.
it takes up from 1% every time.
You're Austria.
So I cannot. Yeah, but I cannot do anything.
You're Austria.
Okay.
You're fucking Austria, Edward. What do you expect?
Well, I
You
didn't
gotta
expect
start making concessions. They want a right of assembly. You have to give them the right of assembly. They want a militia. You gotta give them a militia. You have national supremacy. You need to go for more liberal laws on racial groups and their
I'm
rights.
trying to
You're an
get the thing-
autocracy. You have to get rid of that. If you don't want revolts, you have to.
Yeah, but it's. Okay, you need to. I'm trying to get laissez-faire. And
They don't want that.
yeah, I know. And
You're gonna
I'd
get
like to
revolts until you stop trying to pass laws that people don't give a fuck about and start passing laws they do care about.
finish. So I had the industrialists and the aristocracy somehow backing me up. And then I got
Yeah.
an event that killed an aristocrat guy. And they immediately got removed out of the government. And before I could put them back in, they started doing a revolt. But it goes up like 1% at a time. So I've been stuck with this for so long.
Cancel laissez-faire and start going to right of assembly instead of an autocracy. That'll solve all your problems. Lower your taxes. That'll help too. Lower your consumption
I
good
don't think
taxes.
I can cancel it. Oh, wait,
Hey,
I
Ken.
That's okay.
Yeah, cancel that. You need to reduce the amount of money you're spending on construction because I know you're spending a lot, and then you need to, with that money, reduce your taxes.
Well, I'm
If you
making money.
you have high taxes, that's pissing off your people.
So if I reduce the taxes,
Yeah, they'll stop like actually revolting for things, and they'll be a little bit more relaxed.
oh wait, I can get it then. Oh, okay. I should have done that before.
Bro, you
No,
literally
you
came in here like, I'm overtaxing all my people. I'm trying to pass laws they don't give a fuck about.
I don't
I'm
know,
completely
but the
ignoring
thing is-
everything they're telling me, and they want to revolt. What the fuck is going on? I don't get it. Average
I don't-
fucking
I don't-
Austrian king.
I don't know how to play this game.
That's common sense, man. Like, come on, Edward. You played Paradox games. You know how
I mean,
people work in the context
I
of
did
this.
not expect the aristocracy to get kicked out from my government because of an event.
That's reasonable, but like, you know, if you got to
Like,
start
there
making
was a vote
concessions,
thing.
yeah, weird stuff like that'll happen because we don't have the better politics mod on, unfortunately. But yeah, you're gonna the situation will just keep getting worse. So
Like the whole reason why I was getting this crap is because I got an event that kicked him out of my government instantly.
events like that'll fuck you. You just gotta adapt around them. It's part of the fun of the game.
Right. So I'll go back.
Good luck. Stop taxing your people so much. That's a true Austrian role player if I've ever seen it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a golf clap for Edward there. A true Austrian. Even though he's a Quebecois Canadian in real life. Quebecy. Quebecy. Quebecois. He is the Roman Emperor by God's grace. Why wouldn't he listen to the common trash? No, you're right. That's fair. That's a good assessment. He's the heir of Charlemagne. Okay, we're going to subjugate the Sakota, and then I think we've done basically all the big colonial wars that we can do at this point without just straight up fighting another great power, which I don't want to do. Aha! We have got new rifles. Our military engineer, Dr. Brunel, has worked for years to develop a new rifle for our army and is finally being deployed to the soldiers. We have bolt action rifles. Start working on advanced field works for defense as well. You'd think Brunel would develop a railgun. I don't think we're quite there yet, Linza. I don't think we're quite there, unfortunately. As cool as that would be. As a Hungarian, I just felt the pain of my ancestors. I mean, the fun part as a Hungarian, if you watch this, is going to be watching like Edward get more and more stressed until he collapses because the Hungarians are demanding rights and the Austrians basically can't say no. I know y'all suffered a lot under the Austrians, but the way you literally destroyed the Austrian Empire, like at the end, was kind of funny. You got to admit, it was kind of funny. And kind of a big Hungarian dub, I'm not going to lie. Big Hungarian dub. Did you know that the whole British-Portuguese fight over the Angolan quarter? Basically, if Portugal wanted to link up their colonies for Angola and Mozambique, and the British were like, if you do that, we will fuck you up. Yep. Britain didn't like giving away land for any reason at all. I mean, there's a certain island chain that I think proves that to be the case. I don't know where that could be. But I remember that there was something about some islands and then the British didn't want to give them away. So, no, the British don't like to give away lands. It's kind of one of their main things, really. They're opposed to the concept of it. Hello.
Yes, I cannot transfer Chiang Mai to the Raj, so I can either...
I'll save it.
Okay, cool.
Just, yeah, do what you want with it for now.
Right, cool.
Yep. The Treaty of Trianon fucked us more than the Austrians. I mean, technically you lost land, but you didn't really even have it to begin with under the Austrians, right? Did you? So, I mean, yeah, kind of. But at least you got your independence, you know? I will say, you guys did not get a lot of your historical land at all. The giraffe. Holy Christ, I've been streaming for 3 hours. I love how, like, playing Paradox multiplayer sometimes is literally just, like, time travel. It's kind of wild, isn't it? For me, at least. That's how I know I'm in, like, a game I'm really enjoying in Paradox, is when I play it, I look at the clock, and, like, I've just time traveled, like, 10 hours. It's a wild experience. Why didn't Austria just spend a bit of diplomata to make all the land in Austria in the time frame from 1444 to 1821? I know, right? Like, why were these historical leaders in real life not just clicking random buttons that gave them power, like in the ethereal void? It's strange. Skill issue. 30% of your land? Yeah, that's about right. Such bullshit. The game will not let us land there and take land because apparently we don't have a route to the front, which is bullshit. The ruling armed forces led by the charismatic Ian Brunton has initiated a great promotional tour. The decision to focus efforts domestically or internationally has been left to the last minute. However, it's unclear if the armed forces will do more for itself or for the country as a whole. We actually really need that influence, so I'm going to take that. The relatively lenient British immigration system has long been attracted to those fleeing their home nations. Recently, Edouard de Croix has petitioned to join the stream of people moving to Britain. He wants legal guardianship. Fuck no, get him out of our country. We don't need to remove women's property rights. That's not something that we need. A bookkeeper in government administration employed in the anti-Russian society is under investigation for bribery. I don't know about that. I don't think there was anything there. Just ignore that. We're gonna fund the British Museum more. Mary Shelley is doing great. We are just completely blowing out the Sokoto right now. This will be a very quick war. Then I'll just save it, edit him those provinces. Then I'm just going to keep advancing in the, what countries would these be in modern day life? Rwanda, and then into the Congo kind of region. Our economy is growing a lot, though. That's good. Almost done with the Suez. That's going to be so massive. Brazil wishes for request foreign investment rights in our country. No, it will have to be mutual. I'm not opposed to it, but it has to be mutual. It's wild to think if Franz Ferdinand pressed the culture conversion button, I would be speaking German right now. Maybe. Maybe. When you start to get into the what-ifs of history, you go down a very shaky road, I think. Go for elected bureaucrats next as well. That's fairly popular, and we are trying to become a bit more meritocratic here. The Ottomans are building iron mines in the Midlands. Nice. We're gonna specialize in Egyptian art. Someone else already specialized in fucking Babylonian and Assyrian art. Whoever did that, go fuck yourself. But I guess we'll do Egyptian, which is historical. Yeah, I'm just gonna get to them in this fucking war. I don't care. This is just cancerous. We'll end it. I think during Franz Ferdinand's time, the whole project had already failed. You mean try to like infiltrate the Balkans and the Hungarian regions with like Germanic culture? Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen at that point. They needed to do it way earlier. And even then, the resources and chances of success were not very high. Unless they just wanted to start ethnic cleansing, of course. But, I mean, I don't think Austria would have done that. But, I mean, not in a large degree it would take for something like that. In small degrees, absolutely. All those empires did, but still. Cool. Sakota's a protector. Absolutely wonderful. We get so much fucking money. Kind of insane how much money we have right now. Wow, no one has debts right now. That's crazy. There we go. I need something to burn my money on. Make the countries like us more. It's free real estate. Because the Dutch won't let us take on their debt.
How did the war with Sokoto go?
Oh, very well. We're all done with it. We've made them into protectorate, and that land will be transferred shortly.
Good.
We see you have some financial problems, and given you were so reasonable with the Sokoto, we thought that we might relieve that for you.
Much appreciated. Yeah, I think that's an adequate payment.
Oh, no. It's not a payment. I want to clarify. We're still giving you those lands. It's just... We know that there's some things coming up in Europe pretty soon. We want to make sure that you're on footing to deal with the Germans. Oh. We wish you the best of luck.
And yourself.
I want to see the Germans and the French beat the fuck out of each other. That's what I want to see. So, if we can help make that happen, why not? Oh, what the fuck? Germany, what the fuck are you doing? They have 31 million in debt? Their GDP is pretty high, to be fair. Their GDP is very high. It's 103 million, but that's still way too much GDP. If money is a social construct, so is debt. You're right, but that doesn't change the fact that you have to make interest payments, does it? That's like the guy who's like, I don't need to pay taxes. The concept of the government, I disagree with it conceptually. And then he gets arrested and goes to jail. All right, we need more steel. What's your strategy for active trading? Just sell whatever's cheap on your market? Yeah, pretty much. I could min-max it and go way more in depth with it, but I just can't be bothered most of the time. Obviously, I try to prioritize the export of like more valuable goods and import the cheaper goods if possible, especially given we're free trade and that's viable for us. But no, nothing else too fancy beyond that. Oh, fuck, they are. So many fucking puppets, Jesus. Where the hell is the Raj? How the fuck were we running a surplus? We're making so much goddamn money off of diplomatic packs. Because of all our puppets. And the Raj War reparations too, but still. That's ridiculous. I have some qualification issues here. I'd love to be able to get like proper education, public education, but it's because we have state religion. That would do it, I suppose. Wow. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get rid of that either. Forgot about that. We became an Anglican country after the Civil War again, like fully Anglican. Which it says just Protestant, which is fucking lazy as well. That's Anglican, which is very different for very important reasons than just Protestant, but oh well. Over 500,000 atheists as well.
Is it normal that passing this affair made my economy kaput?
What's up?
Is it normal that I lose like a lot of money because I passed this affair?
What did you? Yes. Wait. What did you have it on before?
Interventionism.
Yeah, because what probably happened is all of like the buildings that your government owned were sold off to private interests, so you're not making money off of it directly anymore. So
Yeah, I think I
it's
did
more
see that.
efficient, and like in the long term, you'll get more buildings through private construction. You're wealthy people building more buildings, but you will have a corresponding loss in income. It's worth it, but it does happen that way.
Yeah, I think I'm good to go back.
How much are you losing right now?
272k.
Yeah, you might want to go back.
I can't. That's the problem.
Well, raise your taxes. Piss off your people more. Speed up the collapse of the Austrian Empire. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, no, it's you're gonna have to work around that, man. That's getting a little rough. you probably screwed yourself pretty hard there, so I don't know how to get out of that for you. I'm gonna be honest.
That was the only thing the game told me to do it. The game tricked me.
The game will advise you do very bad things for your country. You shouldn't listen to it. Just because the game tells you or it seems to be good. This is one of those games where everything you do will like result in 10 other things happening, like a domino effect, right? So you have to really think about what things will do for your country. And I know you're not super experienced, so that's a little rough for you.
Yeah, it's not looking good anymore.
Can you raise your taxes anymore?
Yeah, I can.
Share your screen for me really quickly.
But if I do that, my government is illegitimate.
Share your screen for me real quick.
It's loading.
Go to your budget. Click on your consumption taxes and see if you can add any more with the plus button.
No, because I don't have.
There's ways to get around that. Hover over your current ones. Remove wine and remove luxury clothing. Right click it. Remove. Remove. Go down to your bottom political lens.
The
The little statue holding like the two, like the Justice, Lady Justice, that one, the blue one at the bottom. Decrees. Click on one of them and zoom in. Do you not have any decrees? Jesus Christ. Hover over your authority for me.
The authority?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Stop suppressing your aristocrats and stop boosting your industrialists. You can't afford that now.
That's my.
What is your
this
government, Edwards? Holy fuck! What are you doing?
Because they died.
You're
And
fucking pissing. You're suppressing them. They know you're suppressing them. They're not dumb. Right click the industrialist. Oh my god, Edward. Right click the Austrian aristocrats button. The far left of that. No. Far left of that. That'll work too, I guess. Yeah, right click that. Stop suppressing. Go to your industrialists. Look at their buttons. Stop bolstering. Okay, good. That'll help a lot. Exit government reform, bottom left. It's fine, just ignore it. Bottom left. Exit reform government. Now try reforming again. Now put the fucking aristocrats back in charge, you're Austria! You're not gonna industrialize yet. You're not doing it. There you go. Alright, go back to your budget. Add a consumption tax. You're gonna add services. Add another consumption tax. You're gonna add transportation. Go top right. Go to your construction menu. Click on construction sector. Top left. Now delete like 10. You can't delete them because you're laissez-faire. Oh, God. Here's what we're going to do. See the 20 out of 25 in Austria? Click that little icon underneath it. Yeah, click on that. You're going to put that on wood fucking construction. Wooden buildings. There you go. Now, scroll down to Bohemia. No. We're not done. Go back. Scroll down to Bohemia. Bohemia. Yep. Wooden buildings. You're gonna send them back to the basics. Wooden fucking buildings. There you go. Now scroll down. Go away.
I think that much money is not that bad.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you're in a surplus. You're fine. All right, you're operational now. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And this is bad.
Yeah,
They really want me to do this.
Oh, they want you to do.
Isn't this bad?
Don't do a national militia. Don't do a fucking national militia. Who is? You got an agitator. Go to your political menu, top left. Click that little like politics icon.
Politics?
Uh-huh. Yep. Now go to overview, far
The
top
guy
left.
was kicked out.
I know. Go to overview left. That one right there. An agitator. Right click him. Exile dissident. There you go. All right, you're chilling.
It's
All
right
right,
here.
you're actually you're in a good place now. So have fun.
Is it normal that it's not going away?
It'll go away eventually. Just
Oh, okay.
relax. Lower your taxes actually. Lower your taxes by 1. No, by 1. Don't by 2. You can't afford that. There you go. All right. Beautiful. Back to my nation.
Britain,
Yes. What can I do for you?
Japan here.
Thank you.
I-
Go back now.
Have fun.
I'm sure that you've noticed that the Germans are accelerating in China. They're taking over Shandong.
They already
and
took
they
over it.
have- Already.
Yep.
And they have decreased autonomy in Manchuria. So we were wondering, as we don't want to be left behind, what you specifically meant when you said you claimed central China. Does that include like the non-revolutionary part of that?
So
China?
revolutionary, Zili, Hunan, the clique up there, and etc. I don't mind if you take Dachsheng. We don't mind about that.
Okay. Okay. In that case, I'll probably go for it.
Cool. Sounds good. Go for it.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Very well. Oh, what's up, Zodi? How are you doing, dude? The idea of Austria suppressing its aristocrats? I know, right? Like, what the fuck? That wouldn't be a thing. It's the only people who even remotely support the government right now. Why the fuck this war is even going right now? I haven't played the new AGOT update with the dragons. I definitely want to. I was thinking that might actually be our next campaign before the grand campaign as well, by the way. So I might start the next Saturday, actually. I was thinking about that. Why is this war not over yet either? Yeah, like I said, I haven't played enough to really like have any major thoughts on it yet. I've been looking forward to it, but I wasn't even really sure when it was coming out. So definitely want to play it though. It will be very fun. I know who I'd play as a start on it. These are pretty good options. Obviously, Dance of Dragons. This is fine. We're fine. This is fine. Holy fuck, we need more steel. We need more everything, though. Only you can't turn it off, so if you play, say, Clash of Kings, etc., it's still dragons. Ah, I see, okay. I mean, fine by me. More dragon combat is better, but I can see how that might not go over well with the mega lore folks for Game of Thrones. Striking in the whole countries. Get the fuck back to work. No. Bad pores. Go back to work. Not the most immersive. Yeah. Nice. Like that. Okay. What else can I do for the economy right now? Need a chemist. Come up with a system for storing fossils. And then another balloonist, because they keep fucking dying like flies. To be fair, early flying was so fucking dangerous. That's like, you have a death rate up there with like the US presidency. Ice corporatism. Jesus Christ, we need so many clothing. So many clothings. People are wanting like 2 pairs of pants, and I don't think our standard of living and or like organization can handle that right now. They need to stick to 1 pair of pants. Just 1. And repair holes in it. Another fucking cholera epidemic. God damn it. We're still shitting in the Thames, apparently. Holy fuck, we need infrastructure in London. We've made the Suez. As usual, the bug is still in the game where you basically just can't get people to work there. It's so good. Try subsidizing it, see if that helps. Hard to get people to move there. The rich are all leaving the country. Sure, that's fun. Then go to Canada for now. Do I have a port there? I bet I don't. I do not have a port there. Still need engines very badly. I thought I added some buildings for them, did I? Apparently not. Are they all working properly before I build more? No, they're not. Yorkshire's not profitable. Why is Yorkshire not profitable? It is barely the price of steel, perhaps? A little bit. Steel prices. Iron prices and coal prices to a degree. What is it worth to build more construction sectors? From a purely meta perspective on how the game works, whenever you can. Whenever you can. If you can basically tax your people more, if you can get more money in any way, and you have a surplus, more construction sectors. That's the most important thing in the game. I'm gonna run and grab some more water really briefly. I'll be right back with. Alrighty. Cholera spreads to the Midlands. Calls for legal reform. A leading Lancashire newspaper supports the trade union's claim that enacting graduated taxations. I'm not opposed to that becoming a thing, so that's fine. Even if the trade unions get a bit more popular. Romanticism, educational journey. Eco's looking good here. Fucking Colorado. What's the modifier it gives to our provinces here? Tax collection reduction, immigration push, mortality increase, throughput reduction. It's not great. Could be worse, but that's not great. Cholera hospitals will do those to try and reduce the suffering a little bit, decrease that mortality increase. What do we really need to do? More than anything else. Just to keep expanding in Africa, I guess. Steam trains, freaking huge. And then steel passenger cars as well, so we have plenty of transportation. Now, having China for all of our cheap food is really proving to be a problem here. And you would think that the Indians would develop a larger, like, food network, but they're not. I don't know what the fuck the Raj is doing, but it's not helping us, whatever it is. A violent eruption has shaken the state of British Tonga. Fragments of tephra and volcanic ash have destroyed buildings and crops, taking some of the people's lives. I think we're going to study it. For geological reasons. Not a lot of people live there, so it's fine. The Suez is still only hired 200 people. Yeah, coal's expensive, tools are expensive. We almost had the port done there, which will help a lot. I'll subsidize that too. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I've just never probably read about it, but I always have trouble getting people actually employed in the Suez Canal, which is strange. There's no real option in this game just to, like, send people to a place to work, though. At least as far as I know. Why is ammunition so expensive? Wow, we just literally don't have enough. We haven't hired enough people either, though. Follow our speds to the West Country. There we go. Let's see if that makes a difference. They're subsidizing that port. Can I not? I know, because ports are automatically subsidized by the government like railways. I'm dumb. Helps a little bit. It brought down the good prices a lot there, which hopefully will make us hire more people. More cholera. We'll deal with the clothing issue. We'll deal with the steel issue. We'll deal with the coal issue. And then we'll deal with the grocery and food issue. In that order. Oh, so 5 minutes left of the game, by the way, folks. Oh, war's done. Almost have electrical generation too. I'm gonna immediately start building those all over Britain and try and get electric streetlights in all of our major cities. Should start building more universities too, but we have so many other things we need to really build at this point. We'll get there. Electricity it is. Hell yeah. Pump check so we can start using oil. It'll really increase all of our raw food resource production. Not food, actually. Plantation goods. Well, it was meant to be a routine speech, but the merits of elected bureaucrats by Archibald Tate has quickly devolved into a public relations disaster for the church. Oh, come on, dude. We'll completely rewrite it. Or cholera in Scotland. Start building power plants. The Canadians already have it. Nice. Power plants in every part of Britain overnight. Let's do it. The Americans are buying a zoo animal from us? What are they buying? A badger or something? So many clothes. The problem when you start to have a huge population like this and higher standard of living, since people just demand so many more goods. Which is good though for economic growth. We kind of almost need more construction. Why the fuck did we just go to speed 3? No. French people are migrating to England. The Normans strike back. Are they actually? Migrations. Oh my god. Yeah, the French are mass migrating to London right now. That's fucking hilarious. Germans are mass migrating to Ireland as well. Ottoman Greeks, French Occitanians, and French Northern Italians are also mass immigrating to Germany. Luxembourgian Wallonians are mass immigrating to Sweden. Ionian Greeks, that's us by the way, are mass migrating to Pennsylvania. And Brazilians are mass migrating currently to California. Those are all pretty funny. Wait, there's more? Brazilians are also mass migrating to Australia. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Honestly. Couldn't ask for a better situation. Everyone's leaving France. I mean, they've got an Orlean king back on the throne, who seems a little, not bad actually. Their economy is just like really falling off. They're impoverished. They're not doing very well, are they? Skill issue. I mean, they are French. So, got it. The price you pay for decades. Now we can hold a grand exhibition to flex on the world. Let's do it. Or I have to get a bunch of Egyptian treasures and then show them off and flex on Europe. Try Mexico. Get some mine artifacts. Oh, I guess we can. We can do a local expedition then, that's fine. Mass graves due to cholera. And we are at time. We're at 5 here, so I'm going to go ahead and pause and end the game.
Can I not? Can we just not do a little bit, 5 more minutes so I can fix my thing?
This is a Civ game. Oh my god. Yeah, okay.
You cannot be ending session on 1 day away from the war. Yeah.
We are people!
Purple Austria.
Oh no.
Come on, let us finish the war before we end it. Come on.
You're siding with the capitalists?
Oh yeah. I mean, have you seen what my government is enacting?
No.
The king is insane. The king is a maniac. He's got psychological affliction and is cruel.
Oh.
So the government is ending the monarchy.
Time.
Oh, I knew it was happening. I knew it was gonna happen.
You just need to finish this, please. Why is Chris pausing?
Probably because of what I just did.
What? Wait. Why?
You're trying to end the Austrian monarchy. Why the fuck do you think?
The Prussians are, well, it's not just us, it's the Russians. Despite what we think of the Russians, they are helping.
Yeah, true. I need to go talk with the French here. Hold up.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we'll stop here for the day, and we'll let all this be decided in roleplay throughout the week, and I think that'll make things fun.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Good place to stop, I think.
What's happening here?
They decided that they were going to declare on us.
You're trying to end Austria. We're not letting that happen.
Russia's also trying to end Austria.
Russia is also doing that, so.
I know. I think
Oh,
we're
you
doing.
ended, no.
Because it's a great point in the game and continue next week. That's why.
Holy shit.
4-1, here we come.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very spicy end to today's campaign. We'll continue next Sunday. You have the whole week to discuss this situation. I will post the save in a little bit. Obviously, we're looking like a potential world war here pretty early, so we'll see if we get some de-escalation. Yeah, I mean, so just to clarify right now, Austria has a civil war, and the Germans and the Russians have joined to against the current Austrian regime.
Is the British doing the humiliation part?
Well, the war is role play to stop them going into Austria and to stop we're supporting Austria because I didn't have an interest in the region, so I can't join on the Austrian side, so I'll have to do it this way.
Okay.
I might save an edit to put myself in, but the British are basically saying we're not gonna let the Austrians fall like this, so we're gonna fight.
If the Russians join against, France will come in just to beat the Russians.
The Russians are already in the war against the Austrians.
Join me.
Do the French intend to help us protect the against this aggression?
No, we just want to attack the Russians.
All right, cool. Well, there we go. So that works. We'll take that. We'll take that W.
I improved my naval.
So it is currently looking like the Germans and the Russians versus the Austrian, half of Austria, the French and the British. So.
I mean, actually, I don't care. I win on both sides. Wait.
Just to clarify, we're not allies and we don't like the French very much, but this is unacceptable. So.
I mean, I don't care what's happening. I'm winning either way.
They got you, Austria.
What?
I would like to.
This has been the most chaotic session ever.
I would like to suggest that if the Russians, if the French don't want to fight me and only want to fight the Russians, they launch a separate war.
I don't think they want to.
If this act of aggression by the Russians is not enough proof,
the British government would like to state that, given this conflict, if the French want to obviously help fight this war against this aggression, we see no reason why the French lands in Alsasce-lorraine can't go back to their rightful owner.
Okay, all right.
We're not opposed to the concept, you know.
This might actually.
I have a visual appreciation of the Austrian situation in MP General.
What did you say?
Austria, the last
Hold on. I'm only a sub, so Giotto said that he will decide who he supports.
You have entered the war mechanically, though, so right now, he can change his mind, absolutely, but right now you are in the war against the Austrians.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all want also with the Austrians, it's fine.
Yeah, you're supporting the Austrians against the Austrians who are fighting the Austrians, who are all being controlled by the Hungarians.
Beware.
This was all a Baltic.
You need to know that I chose the side with the Hungarians.
It's the Baltic Shadow government. All right, folks, one sec. I'm in this stream here for the day, ladies and gentlemen. It sounds like we're going to have a very spicy next Sunday and potentially a world war. Obviously, I'm not going to let the Germans and the Russians just eat and fuck up the Austrians. I've said I'd stay out of European balance of power politics, but we're friendly with the Austrians, so that's different. But all right, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed the game so far. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's streaming game. I'm thinking from the looks of it next Saturday, I'm probably going to do the Game of Thrones Dragon start in single player, maybe multiplayer if the Prometheus server has a new one going on, but I don't think they do. So, yeah, I'll be streaming next weekend. Hope everyone enjoyed. Hope you have a good week, and I will catch you all very soon.